female producer. We're gonna crash.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no.
DEI hire over here.
Oh my God.
I knew it. Goddamn woke bastards.
I've partnered with the Hammer to ensure something like this doesn't happen again.
Kind of go from there.
All right. You were born on December 2nd.
How the fuck do you know that?
Because I do my homework.
Same birthday as Britney Spears.
Yeah, I learned that from Scholastic Kids.
We are rolling. Welcome to the GORE Club Podcast.
I'm Ace.
I'm Steve Vessell.
And I'm Dr. Benny Graves.
Special guest. Dr. Benny Graves is here tonight.
Of the now defunct and Sale of Satan podcast, one of our favorites. God damn it.
So many hours of very inappropriate content.
Yeah, but I mean, you still got, are you still doing Y2 Killers and...
It's in process.
All right, cool.
It's kind of like Chinese democracy. It'll come out.
Oh, God.
Eventually.
I'm kidding. It's like Duke Nukem Forever. It'll come out.
Fucking
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, shit. Well, okay, let's go there then. What the fuck happened, actually, to the Sale of Satan podcast? The people who love it know it, but the people who don't, they don't know.
I mean, we rolled up the carpet. We did close to 300 episodes of... We would record all day. We would get there at like 12 and record until like 8. And all of us traveled to record, and it got tough. It was like post-COVID. Jesse, who was the brains of the operation and doing all the editing and stuff and all of that, and put his heart and soul into making it, perfection. He reached a point where he was like burnt out, and I get it.
Yeah, I can't imagine editing at the same, trying to be like coughs and
oh yeah,
stutters and like how many? What you had, like 4 hosts?
There were 6 people.
On there. It's sometimes, yeah.
It was quite a dance, but it was awesome. I think all of us loved doing it, and I'm not saying that in the future there wouldn't be something a little bit more streamlined and a little less structured, but it's a tough, like you said, that many people it's an endeavor. Man,
you could go on tour, like a union tour, like fuck, Iron Maiden.
Sale of Satan.
Sale of Satan tour.
With sponsors. Boop, boop, and...
Seriously, I mean, it's one of the best fucking podcasts. I heard it going, I was going to go see Gary Newman in Tennessee, and the 2 people who were driving me were like, hey man, have you heard about this podcast? You'll probably fucking really dig it. And I was like, put it on. I was like, this fucking rules, until somebody shit on Ghoulies, the first one.
Oh, that's unacceptable.
And I was like, what?
I've made it very clear. I believe that Ghoulies should be in the Library of Congress.
Yeah, it was just the first movie, and I was just like, all right, this is strike one.
They only get better as they go.
The third one is the best one.
They go to college, for God's sakes. They
go
get education.
to college, and they dress like the members of Anthrax.
Yeah, that's a great one.
So yeah, I mean, the podcast ran its course, and then I reached out to Yasmina, who was writing for Rue Morgue. She formerly the Witchfinger podcast, and she now writes and produces videos does videos for Rue Morgue and
Rewind Zone.
Yeah, where she covers a lot of the stuff that we legitimately had to be like, all right, I'm not going to cover this because I know you covered it. I'm not going to cover this because I know you covered it.
I bet, man. I think one of them premiered today. Like they had a premiere today.
Slime City.
Okay, yeah.
And we originally bonded. We met at the Mahoning Drive-In at the second VHS Fest, and we bonded over movies, and we became friends after that. So in any case, yeah, I started writing for Rue Morgue, and I think that I try to like newer stuff, and I'm always exploring like weird 70s and 60s stuff, and I try to just give a spotlight to things across the board that I think like should be revisited by people or explored.
That's really eloquent. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's, I mean, a lot of the stuff on the analog abattoir that I enjoyed. Some of the ones you've written about on there that I enjoyed a lot, especially like Nightmare Beach, Alice, Sweet Alice, and then the aforementioned Ghoulies 3.
Yeah. So like that's the dichotomy of Dr. Benny Graves is Ghoulies 3, which I think is an incredible film. Because what is it? There's like the one scene where the chick from what is Higher Ticket to Hawaii gets plungered in the face, and it's like, what is it, a Screaming Mad George effect? It looks like, and I was like, cool, there's like a society bit in here. And then on the other end of the spectrum is like Alice, Sweet Alice, which I think is like a genuinely chilling, fucked up movie. Am I allowed to curse?
It's really well made. No, fuck that. We don't care.
That
nobody listens to us. Go ahead.
I think deserves to be up there with like Exorcist, Rosemary's Baby, but is still kind of under the radar for the most part.
Oh yeah, we did an entire episode on American Giallo, and we had talked about North American Giallo, Canadian, all that stuff, and it was like that had to be on there.
Oh yeah. I brought up how like the landlord of the building is like trauma levels of disgusting.
Oh no, he's like the fucking guy from Street Trash who owns the goddamn dump.
He's like a fucking Pink Flamingos character.
Oh, like John Waters meets.
He was like a John Waters character, and he comes in, you're like, oh God, why are they putting a little girl next to him?
Yeah,
Right, and the mom like sends the kids down there, like, hey, go talk to this guy. Like, what the fuck?
Or like Ace like, go pay the rent.
Go pay the rent. He's down there.
Do that.
Like listening to opera with 45 cats.
Well, I get to pull an Ace. They shot that in New Jersey.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Which makes sense. I can totally see like a mom being like, get down there and go see the weird John Waters pervert.
There was just a guy walking down the street in New Jersey, and they're like, "You look like you could be in this movie."
I mean, okay. Also, it's a time when nobody fucking watched their kids. Like, I got plugged into cable, and here you go. And it's like, oh, Corey, go get some cigarettes for your mother.
Yeah.
And look how well adjusted everybody turned out.
I mean, yeah, I've got 2 daughters, and they're okay.
In the year of our Lord, 2025.
So wait a minute. You are from Jersey,
I am.
correct? And you had the opportunity to go by Dr. Jersey Boy, and you didn't?
Oh my fucking God.
Dr. Jersey Boys.
Jersey-
And then I'm sued by the Jersey Boys.
That's a great movie, goddamn it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So Dr. Benny Graves happened not because I like Michael Graves, but because,
What,
He's your
Punk's
cousin,
I wish
actually.
Punk wasn't political, so let me make it political. Just wrong political.
I'm always on the side of my fellow Jersey boy, Glenn Danzig.
There you go.
Thank God I have a sense of humor. And I'm a great director.
Oh my God. Whatever, man.
Oh God, that movie's so bad.
Which one?
Oh God, what the?
I was good at you. Both of you beat me to it.
What the Western Vampire one? That was like we watched.
We just
that.
fucking screened that movie.
God, that was terrible.
So that's one of the worst I didn't make it through.
I just walked outside.
There's no soundtrack.
yeah, it's just like silence. People.
There's no background like effects. There's like no diegetic sounds.
Devin Sawa actually promoted the fuck out of that movie, and I was like, man, you're a good guy. You're a really good guy.
He's like a really decent dude.
Yeah, and he likes doing what he's doing. And I watched, he did a podcast not too long ago, and he's just so fucking thankful and knew he fucked up his life and then got back into it. And he's like, I'm just thankful again.
And what the best part about him is that he gets to be every woman your wife's age thirst trap because of Casper.
Oh, trust me. I paid for a photo op just for her. And then I forgot, I think you were just sick
got
that
sick,
Sunday
yeah.
at a Horror Hound event. And I was like, well, I guess I'll go.
I usually don't do photo ops or like celebrity things in general, but it was Devin Sawa and Ryder Strong that got me.
Oh, wow.
Those two, yeah.
Devin Sawa is to our partners what Linnea Quigley is to us.
Yeah.
They were like, I like him because he's real sensitive, you know? And I'm like, we like her because of her warlocks.
I'm going to tell her you said that.
Yeah, she's actually one of her fucking best friends now.
She's a total sweetheart.
She's so fucking great. She's doing an event up here in Madison, and we're definitely going to go up there and visit her then. Right, yeah, Linnea rules. Holy fuck.
But the Dr. Benny Graves thing, oopsie, we went down a tangent, was because my last name is Grobstein, which is really long. And I guess it's Russian, but if you phonetically translate it in German, it would be Gravestone. So I was like, all right, let's do Dr. Benny Graves.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a veterinarian, so I am a doctor.
I was going to say, yeah, the veterinarian part. I was just thinking, that's a fantastic horror host name.
Right? According to my dad, though, not people doctor.
Like, you are only doctor of animal.
Not good enough.
No, Mountain Dew or crab juice. Because we used to educate children in this country.
Oh, yeah. Real education.
Yeah, there was like a book where it would be like facts about our country. Now it would be like, did you know that Marjorie Taylor Greene is 150 years old and she sewed the American flag? Don't look it up.
God.
Everything's fine. It's the alternative facts. Oh, fuck. Anyway, you had to bring her up on our podcast. What a downer. We just lost so many fucking...
Real monster.
Yeah.
Real life
Well, anyways.
monsters.
She's like the Trunchable, but blonde.
Oh, God.
So you're also doing the thing at Monster Vegan in Philly, hosting the horror nights there, which kind of sounds like it's its own horror night, trying to find a place to park there.
Yeah, man. Monster Vegan, awesome Philly restaurant in what is colloquially known as the Gaberhood. And
oh, that's awesome.
I love the food there. One of the chefs there, Gabe, is a close friend of mine, very into a lot of black metal, which is how I think we met and into the podcast.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like when you get into one of these podcasts, like how all these people, all these connections that you make, and I think that I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah.
But I've been wanting to do something with them for a little while, so I'm pretty much doing like a mystery science theater thing where I riff over these movies because, and I tell people all the time, I'm like, look, you can watch these on Tubi with full sincerity, but we're not doing that.
Yeah. No, I mean, actually, she has to do a whole spiel every goddamn week when we do our screenings.
Yeah, before
every
GORE
fucking
Club.
week.
Like, if you're looking for a movie theater experience, this is not it, ladies and gentlemen. Like, we're here to be loud. We make commentary. We talk during it.
These are movie parties, so we're not here to be quiet and really critique the film. We're here to be loud and have fun and make fun of the film, even if the star is in attendance. Sorry.
Oh no, feel free to make fun of the film, because during the premiere, my mom sat with me and made fun of the entire movie with the director. So please make fun of the movie with me.
We gotta keep you humble, right?
It's
And
insane.
you can tell some people are like, well, son of
People
a
will just
bitch.
leave.
You can watch it at home. There's a million. If you want to pay $84, you can own every streaming site.
Yep.
85. That's fucking cheap nowadays. Remember
Yeah,
when
you're right.
cable was like, we were complaining because it was $60?
Well, now we're back.
I know. The house
did it
always
again.
fucking wins, dude.
Remember when
House.
Hulu was free?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the good old days.
Hulu used to be. I remember being like, just free, free
Yeah.
TV for me to watch every episode of the show.
And now that Fox owns Tubi, I'm waiting for that to go to hell.
I
Because
say
it's mostly black fucking entertainment. Like all of the original movies are black owned and black directed and black acted. Like all of their Tubi originals. And I'm like, how long is that gonna fucking last?
Yeah, now that Fox owns it.
Yeah,
it's-
man.
You
Yeah.
can see it slowly starting to move away from that. And it's like,
Shut your
fuck.
God! Don't make me.
I, for one, look forward to Predator Kids, just like Muppet Babies.
Oh no!
Predator babies.
Making your dreams come true.
I
Oh no,
actually,
not near.
I actually say that about Tubi every time I'm watching. I'm like, wow, this is free. I can just watch Thunder Warrior for free on Tubi.
There's some kind of devil's bargain that was made. I don't know who they're owned by. I never did the research, but they have to be owned by a larger parent company because everything is. And they clearly are just like, throw the dogs a bone, but it's the tastiest bone, in my opinion.
Yeah, I love Shudder. I miss Chiller. I'm all those fucking things, all those channels, and we were watching an old sci-fi on Tubi movie, and I was like, God, this is back when it was SCI. No, when it was good.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's like Tubi has everything that I could ever think of, and I can just type in boobs, and it's just like Spring Break, fucking Private Resort, all the shit that I want to see.
Well, you're talking
And
my
Katie-
language now.
Katie just types in and watches all of her fucking movies.
Okay,
I'm not
when you
kidding, by
say
the
it
way.
like that, Jesus
People who know the
Christ.
podcast know how you like the fucked up shit.
I love rape revenge movies, okay? I'm sorry, and Tubi has some really good ones.
They have amazing, and I'm just saying, like, what the? If that goes away, revolt.
Yeah.
Or as that guy says, revolution.
It's like Tubi actually like she types that in and Tubi's just like, are you sure?
yeah.
Oh, that's the future. Yeah.
Well, so with the Analog Abattoir live shows, I'm trying to pick movies that like I wouldn't feel bad if someone talked over it. Like Nightmare Beach is one you can riff over. It's just pure 80s cheese. Predator 2, just hyper violent insanity at all times. I'm doing an upcoming show on Creepshow 2, which grows on me every time I watch that movie.
Oh man, I've always loved it. Thanks for the ride, lady.
And
appreciate it.
but with the Analog Abattoir, like and my private site, the Cinema Writings, I try to be like definitely like more serious and reappraising stuff. Speaking of like the rape revenge thing, I think I watched Last House on the Left for the first time when I was 18, and I was like, this is gross, and then I didn't revisit it until like literally 6 months ago.
Oh wow.
And I sat down and I was like, this is an incredible movie.
It is, and it's hard to watch.
It is.
I can't.
Okay.
David Hess, sweetheart David
Say
Hess.
it like that. Jesus. No, it's like a comfort movie.
It is. It really.
Oh my God.
You have no idea. She's my little grindhouse queen over there.
She's
my Barbie fucking meets Ninja.
So her
Goddamn.
version of, because my favorite part is the soundtrack that Hess did, that I literally like a week after I rewatched, I was like, I couldn't stop thinking about the soundtrack, and they had a picture disc.
I've got it.
Oh, I have the cassette.
At Philomoka. They were doing like a showing
Hell
of They Call Her Death, that new Grindhouse Western movie. And I was looking through all their records that they have in the back, and I was like, oh shit, they have a picture disc of this movie? So I bought it. And that theme song, like pseudo theme song that he does though with the banjo, which is not that one, but where he's like, oh, Krugy and Dana, we're gonna get those girls. And I was like,
describes the entire plot, but in like a fun sing-songy way, where then you're like, wait a minute,
because it's the last house on the left answer to East Mountain Down for Smokey and the Bandit, and that's all I could think about when I was hearing it. I'm like, this is an Eastbound and Down theme song for this movie.
Dude, holy shit.
And that's in and of itself, like, I think that's like a Wes Craven, like, so fucking bleak, like the Keystone Cops dudes who just can't get anything right. They're always a step behind. And then just like the growth. There's the one Krug's son who looks like methed out Jeremy Allen White. And he's like, you guys want weed? Okay, let's go up here.
I started watching that movie for the first time. It was like on a cable, like on demand channel, and like my mom had come over to visit me. or something.
No!
And I was watching it. And it was like the beginning of it, and then like I could tell where it was going, and I was like, I better turn this off.
Mom,
it's about 60-year-old mom at the time.
At least you're watching that movie in a time where your brain and your body understand what's going on. Like if you're watching that as a sexually developed fucking boy, it can get really twisted. Like we did a whole episode on franchises and we're trying to which one's the worst, and she comes up with that fucking franchise because she hates the goddamn sequels.
I Spit on Your Grave.
Yeah,
the remake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, yeah, you did that. I Spit on Your Grave. So it's just like, it's in that vein. I'm like, my god. And then she talks about like, we'll go ahead.
So I love the original. I liked the remake. It's not as good as the original.
It's a polished rape movie.
Yeah.
Polished rape. I like gritty rape.
No. I should feel uncomfortable when I'm watching these fucking scenes, though. Is what we're going for.
I mean, and you do, but in the second, third, and fourth ones, they're just absolute trash where they're lingering on the assault for way too long to the point that you're like, who is this made for? And what is the message behind it? Because it's just like, look how much this woman is being tortured.
I think that's a great segue to Terrifier.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I mean, those movies are helping change theater and what they are allowed in theaters, and I'm glad they exist. But what's your take on Terrifier?
So I am glad that they came out, and I'm glad they were really successful because I really need that type of success to happen. And every time, like Joe Bagos, I'm a big fan of his movies, Christmas Bloody Christmas, and he has that new one, Jimmy and Stiggs, coming out where it's him just like, it looks like Things but with gray aliens.
Oh god.
And every time one of those small time like horror producers and directors make it, I'm always like, God, thank God.
Yeah.
Because you could just see when like Hereditary came out, you could see the money signs in the eyes of all these producers and like CEOs being like, make that. Just, we're never going to stop making this now until it fails.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean, you need a Jaws so you can have a Friday the 13th.
Right. Yeah. And but anyway, all that to say, I don't know, like that first movie, I watched the second one. I made it to the second one, and like, yeah, the effects are really impressive. I can't take that away. But the first one is just like feels really ugly in a way that evoked like Rob Zombie for me. And I don't know about you guys, but that's not a compliment.
On your bio, it says you like Robert Zombie.
If I ever met him, I would never call him Rob.
Yeah,
I would be like, "Hello, Robert."
Robert.
Me. Are we meeting the zombies for squash? Robert and Sherry.
Holy shit. Yeah.
But anyway, all that to say, like, yeah, I do think that it kind of has an eye that I'm not in love with.
Yeah.
Which is to say that, like, comparatively, I love a movie like The Burning Moon, but that movie is a product of just like ingenuity. It's like, wow, this is really gory, but it's, first of all, they're all like stuffed up with chicken livers. It's like a Todd Sheets movie.
Yeah.
And you're just impressed that he's able to do that with nothing.
Yeah.
And with Terrifier, I mean, like I said, very skillfully accomplished effects, but I can't get behind it. And there's nothing there, in my opinion, that a person who didn't do deep dives hasn't seen.
It's true.
Yeah. My thing with like even like comparing that to like The Burning Moon and like Terrifier, the difference between The Burning Moon is why I think The Burning Moon is better is because the guy doing all the heinous shit in The Burning Moon gets turned into like fucking dog food at the end of that movie.
There's a retribution.
And there's a retribution. Like he does all this terrible shit and he gets ground into gets his teeth like ground with a fucking like chins, like drill and like all this heinous shit. But if Terrifier did that, it feels like the director from Terrifier made The Burning Moon. It would just be like he would go down to hell and then he would like kill the devil and then cut him in half and then he would walk away at the end like nothing happened to me. I did all this bad shit and I just got away with it. Twink. And
the devil gave me a pardon. Cue Pantera song.
Oh no! And, well, let's get, before you move forward. We enjoy these movies. I understand what's going on, and I get that people love these, and we have our own opinions, and you get yours. But he's just this killer in Terrifier never really gets his full comeuppance, and it just keeps escalating to the point of like Glee, and there's no like revulsion at the end. Yeah. Like when you're sawing a woman in half, and we're all like cheering, but we're cheering because of the effects, and it's like, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing this. That is not. It's not conveyed to the audience.
But is all of the audience cheering for the effects, or are they cheering for Art the Clown?
I think they're feeding the different, like the more animal, like the fucked up part of your brain, like we're talking about rape revenge movies. Where are you going with this? And why do I want, like, you know, Michael Myers? I can watch 100 Halloween movies and I always feel fine coming out of them. But when I watch a Terrifier film, I was like, this guy, nobody gives a shit about these people, and they're all paper, and he's the only direct character that has any development. How is that fucking possible?
And it's not like he's he's not like a Batman villain. He's not a tragic character who's
there's nothing tragic
committing crimes because of something in his childhood.
The way I describe it is he's a Looney Tunes character. Like he is, right? Yeah. He's invincible. That's like a through line. He can't be killed.
Right.
And he's kind of doing like this 50s mime bit, but then the punchline is like, what if a real anvil crushed a woman? What if a woman got sawed in half? What if something really bad happened to a woman and she ran into like a cliff that looked like it was a tunnel, but it wasn't a tunnel?
Yeah.
And I just think that is how they started. Like that was the basis of the first movie. And then they were like, well, what do we do now? This was a massive success. What if there's some like Black Lodge they hang out in?
Oh no.
What is
it?
But isn't that what happens? Like he's in this weird limbo at one point, and I was like, what is this now here?
I will say I begrudgingly went to watch the third one.
I bought a ticket to that
I hate the first and the second one. And I was pleasantly surprised because they do make a pretty strong final girl in the third one.
And I liked all the characters. I didn't feel like I was watching Hostel Part 1. I thought I was watching Hostel Part 2 where I actually give a shit about the characters. It's like, oh, he's grown as a writer and a director.
Yeah, there's definitely more plot. There were characters that you cared about. A really strong final girl that maybe has like a supernatural element that they don't really,
You're doing well for seeing it once.
Yeah. But Art the Clown is still like an incel's hero.
Oh, that's a perfect way to put that.
Yeah, that's spot on. He's like something that you would buy at a flea market. He's like a t-shirt that doesn't exist. It's like a character that wouldn't exist, and you'd see him and you'd be like, what the fuck? And then some guy who's like the biggest juggalo would be like, fuck yeah, XXL please.
Oh my god.
It's now an excuse for like the people to dress up and do like cosplay of it now, but then they're like, I do it like real, and then I go to like cons, and then when people talk to me, I always smile at them, and then I try to like order food at the bar, and then like I never speak to the bartender.
He's like Heath Ledger Joker.
Yeah, he's the new Heath Ledger's Joker. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, poor Heath.
All the people,
how dare you?
Like the worst people are going to be like, you know what I'm going to dress up like as this Halloween, and no one else has thought about it.
Oh god,
I get to make women uncomfortable for fun.
Man, there's so many things to hate about that movie, but then again, I love trash. I love fucking uncomfortable movies. You like way more fucked up movies than I do, Katie. But I'm just saying, like, I there's so many things. Like it's like they get all the components, and there's just something missing, and it's not the heart. Because I think people always want to say, "Oh, this guy has no heart and doesn't give a shit about the genre." He does. And Damien, I mean, we met him. At least I met him when he was still pushing like the original fucking like what was it, All Hallows Eve and shit. Yeah. And then like watching him as a filmmaker progressive is fucking great. Make something else, dude. Show me something else.
Yeah.
I mean, I do agree with
Don't
Benny.
do a Wolfman Lee Winnell. I'm just saying, but please progress from Saw to, also, do something.
Maybe don't make a 2.5-hour sequel to it.
Have I told you the tragedy of Lee Winnell?
I think we've gone on about fucking Terrifier enough. But like
I appreciate it. I agree with what Benny said about how a win for independent horror is good across the board. Always. It pushes everybody forward, but fuck those movies.
I mean, buying a fucking Misfit shirt at Walmart, it's like, fuck. But you know how many bands can now get a little bit elevated? A little bit more. I'm just saying, there's pros and cons. It's like when they make a remake, you fucking hate it. But you know what? Your movie's going to come out next month in a fucking 6-disc fucking ultra disc of the original.
Yeah.
The original's going to get released with all this love because somebody gave a fuck about and make a shitty remake that you probably hate. But so I'm trying to find diamonds here, guys.
You just kind of let the bubble keep growing until it bursts.
Like I think a great example of a movie that came out around the same time that I loved and that got I think a good reception, but not a great one, was that movie Haunt. I think
yeah.
Absolutely. It's got some real Haunted Ween vibes.
Yes.
But it's awesome. They got like the cool Ben Cooper-esque masks. There's the big reveal once they take the masks off, which I think is fun.
Yeah.
You like the characters. At first you hate them. And I remember starting the movie and being like, oh, these people are going to be insufferable. The dude dressed like Human Centipede.
It's because you've been punished so many times by being in love with something and you're like, they're going to just fuck it up.
That's because I remember when the After Dark Horror Fest movies came out.
We all went. We all went. And then you started not
we were
to go.
looking for gold.
Right.
We were all looking. It was.
And there's nuggets.
There are nuggets.
The Masters of Horror kind of gave us that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Joe Dante. Oh, actually, that's a really good episode.
Yeah.
Dario, that's a really good episode. And you're like, fuck, really, Larry Cohen? This is what you're going to give me?
I have an affection for that John Carpenter episode.
Oh, yeah. Was it Cigarette Burns?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's ups and downs. But then you get like the After Dark. Why'd you had to bring that up? Fuck.
I watched one of those, which may have been one about rats or something.
There's a bunch of them. I remember the one with Scout Taylor Compton in it. And was it Wicked Little Things or whatever I think it was called? There's so many that came out.
Oh, yeah. There were a bunch. There was one that I was obsessed with. It was like a family's name. And it's like the family has a dark secret. They're vampires, or they're probably vampires.
They're probably vampires.
There was one that the one that I saw of all of them, and it was not a good selection, was the one where it was like a morgue.
Fuck,
and,
I don't remember, man.
They like the body disappears. It's a ghost, and it was interminable. And I was just like, oh God, what a terrible time for horror movies.
Well, that was my next thing. It was like, what do you think the state of horror is right now? What's the temp? We put it in the butt and figure it out. Like, where are we going?
Jesus Christ.
That's how I take temperatures. What?
Me too, actually.
Every
It's good enough for
single day.
infants. It's good
Yeah,
enough for
as a
me.
vet, that is. Yeah.
You got to check if the meat's just right.
Right.
I think we're in a good place. At the end of the day, like, I understand we're never going to get the golden age of the 80s back in the 70s, but was it a golden age?
It's ups and downs until you make a sequel that you're like, that was kind of funny. Let's make it dumber. Like, and I like some of those, but I think we are there. We're getting there already. And is it 2025? Yeah. So by 2030, shut the fuck up. I think we might be in trouble again.
By
because
Spider-Man 2099.
With the way the administration is going, and we might even be thrown back into the fucking 80s. By the time you get to Friday the 13th Part 7, it's just like, I'm gonna get everything's fucking edited.
Yeah.
I, for one, look forward to whatever the 2028 version of Repo Man is going to be.
Oh, God.
Oh, man, it's not going to be Iggy Pop, baby. I know that.
As long as Paris Hilton's in it, I'm fine.
Oh, you and your House of Wax remake.
Oh, I stand by that movie, too.
Absolutely.
Fuck both of you.
So, but here's the thing. That's a great point, which is that, like, everything after the 80s is a very mixed bag up until now. Very mixed bag. The 90s is like, I have a lot of sentimentality for movies like
The Faculty,
Ghosts of Mars.
Ghost of Mars. Oh man, it looks like it was shot on a Star Trek fucking set.
It looks like
John Carpenter.
Fucking Doom 3.
It's man, people hate our guts right now. They're just screaming at their phones.
Oh no, I love
It's
Ghosts
Escape
of Mars.
from Mars is like
And
Escape
I like
from Mars. I wish it was Escape from L.A. I mean, you're like, yeah, what's he on a surfboard for?
I love Escape
I
from
love
LA,
it because
dude.
it's dumb. I love it because it's dumb. But when I watched it at the theater, I wanted to punch every person in the fucking audience. That's how I was about Army of Darkness. I went and saw that at the theater, and I was like, I wanted Evil Dead 3, man. Fuck this.
Oh, Army of Darkness is just. I never have to watch that movie again because I watched it so many times and it's got so oversaturated in my head that it's like, I'm never going to do this.
It wasn't until it came out on video that I appreciated it. It's like, oh, it's a Harryhausen movie. I get it now. Thank you. You went from I can see your love. And I've talked about it many times. And actually, I talked about it to Greg Nicotero when he was in town a couple weeks ago. It's like, I went on a rant with this poor guy, drunken rant in 98 with him in a hallway. And he was like, I vaguely remember that, but I don't know if I remember that. I was just like going off on like, how do you go from Evil Dead 2 to Evil Dead 3? And then you change. He's like, he let me rant and go on. And he just went, it's just supposed to be fun, dude. And I never was like that ever again. My entire switch got flipped. And I was like, I need to pull back my nerdness.
Did he look like Data from Independence Day at that point?
Oh man, yeah, he's just taking it all in and being like, "So, my son, let's go to the holodeck and get some of this aggression out." Fuck me, but
I was like that for years. Like I would like only watch Like in my like early to mid 20s, I would only watch like serious horror movies, and I couldn't just like enjoy dumb shit.
But you were growing up in the 80s, so that's what you did. What
you
the
like
fuck?
Ghoulies 3? You have no honor.
Right. Oh my God.
But
Oh, now I got to fight Worf because I like Ghoulies 3.
I love Worf, man. When they went his homeworld, fuck, that was the best episode ever.
But yeah,
Anyways.
what is it? Like the 70s were a real weird experimental time, and the 60s.
Grindhouse boys were coming out of the woodwork because they had Hollywood sucked. And they were like, let's make Taxi Driver. I don't know, let's give it to him. He made this one movie with gangsters called Main Streets. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And you could make like a really upsetting movie. You could make movies that ended Easy Rider, or like I'm such a huge fan of even like on the cusp there, like Sorcerer and Thief are movies that are just like cinema, as you guys said.
Black Rain.
I just
Black
watched
Rain.
Yeah. I watched Sorcerer not too long ago, and it definitely is that 70s thing where every single 70s movie is just like, okay, well, we got the end of the movie done, and then somebody comes like, no, it's the 70s. You need to ruin somebody's life.
Oh yeah,
You got to make people cry.
70s movies are like, oh, you think hell isn't real? Hell's in you're a stockbroker. Welcome to hell.
Yeah.
That's why I love Don't Look Now.
Oh my God.
So fucking
it.
bleak.
You're going to bring this up again.
I
That's
love
great.
movie.
That movie
It's a film.
was an inspiration for. Was that an inspiration for Alice, Sweet Alice? Yeah, because
It
of the
seemed
slicker.
like it was. Because
Oh,
we
yeah.
talked about that on our
Oh,
Jala
yeah.
episode because somebody had to bring it up. I was like, oh, look, raincoats. It's like, fuck that movie. Sorry.
Oh, I love
So
that. The
good.
movie's so upsetting.
It is.
That movie and another 70s movie I love that doesn't get enough love is Messiah of Evil.
yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good. It feels like Romero directed it, but then like David Lynch did a script punch up, and you're just like, what's happening? This is so upsetting.
It's wild, dude. And even like the beginning of that has that weird, creepy song like, this is not a dream.
There's like,
Like, it's so
straight up
creepy,
Lynch shit in it. There's the one guy that they go to see. He's like an older character actor who's in a bunch of stuff, and he's like sitting there next to a television. And he's like, they told me not to tell you, and I was like,
Oh, my
And
God.
there's like I remember the grocery store, so like in a grocery store or something. And
there's like a
the
scene where she's
zombies
walking
and
around. They're all
shit.
eating raw meat because it's
Yeah.
like they're not even like Romero zombies. They're just like weird, unsettling ghouls that they became.
Yeah, and that's like one of those movies you can buy like on. It's probably on YouTube for free, but like years ago, you'd buy one of those like 20 great horror movies
Yep.
on 2 DVDs.
Oh, yeah, because it's in public domain
it's
for the
all
longest
public
time, man.
domain.
Because
Yeah.
it would be like, oh god damn it, it's 18 versions of Adam Age Vampire, and then I guess it's Critters 2 and Messiah of Evil.
A werewolf in a girl's dormitory.
Yeah.
God.
But
We all own those, so I don't want to make fun of ourselves.
yeah, I own
All
all of it.
Dave and all that shit. And Nosferatu and every goddamn one of them.
Yeah.
But then the great double-edged sword of Scream comes out, which is like blows up everything, right? Because
It changed so much shit, man.
and immediately again dollar signs appeared in an executive eyes, and he goes, what if I neuter all the gore out of this and we make a whole cottage industry out of this as long as possible, and all of those awesome posters that you have hung up down here and up there get lost so you can put the actors' faces in there.
Yeah, that didn't happen until they went to video. But yeah, the poster, they did actually try that. But we're so used to going to video stores, that's when the floating heads came into play. And
Yeah.
that ended up going like Dust Till Dawn right behind you. Oh, let's put Clooney on there. Like the guy from fucking Roseanne and ER?
my
Okay.
my
Who's this
sister-
dork next to him? I don't know who the fuck Quentin Tarantino is.
My sister went to watch that movie in the theater when I was a kid, only because she thought George Clooney was hot. And so she goes and watches it, and she's like, she hates horror movies. Like, she's like, that was the worst thing I've ever seen in my
movie
entire life.
fucking
But they,
rules.
they
And I
knew
rented
what they
it.
were doing.
Yeah, she had no idea. She thought it was like the guy from ER.
I
Let's
remember
go
when
watch
my
it.
friend first saw that movie, he goes, yeah, I watched this movie last night. So it's like 75% like heist Tarantino stuff. And then they get
road
to a
movie.
vampire bordello. And then it's Bordello of Blood.
Yeah.
But better. Yeah, better.
Absolutely.
But yeah, fucking Clooney in that movie with his tribal tattoos that he had. He looks like he's like,
Which I thought was cool at the time, and I
it
was
was the
like,
90s, yeah.
it was. It was also one of its kind, and Sepultura hadn't just fucking destroyed everything. It's just like everybody's gonna get a biohazard tattoo.
what was it?
Tramp
They're
stamp.
the Vega brothers, or what are they called? And he's like, all right, now that I've escaped this bordello, I'm gonna go be session guitarist for Creed.
Oh my!
Jesus. But yeah, then you get the 90s. They kind of neuter everything for a little while.
They
and
gutted
then,
the fuck out of it. We had what? Demon Knight,
yes.
Phantoms was great. I know, fucking Ben Affleck was the bomb.
Phantoms.
But I'm just saying, little jewels going to the theater. Everything else is straight to video if you wanted to see any kind of gore or boobies.
And it also felt very much like, one of Sarah's favorite movies is Silence of the Lambs, and that movie,
The Thriller,
exactly, the Thriller.
Fuck yeah, it's a horror movie,
and that movie wins, and then it's almost like there's a huge segment of probably movies that could have been horror movies that then become like are good movies, like Primal Fear and stuff like that, that end up being just like, oh, these are thrillers now. Like, this is a prestige thriller. We're trying to make another Silence of the Lambs. How do we do that?
Oh, yeah.
It was like their version of elevated horror. Like, well, we can't make a real horror movie.
Yeah.
It's got to be this thriller.
It has to be, cerebral. That's when you get the poster that says sexy, smart, and cool.
Yeah.
Fuck you, man.
Dude, the other night.
But it worked.
I'll completely off topic, but this is Silence of the Lambs story. The other night I was cooking, I was making dinner or something, and like burnt my finger a little bit, and I went like made a little noise, and Ronnie goes, "Oh, you sound just like that guy from Silence of the Lambs." And I said, "Oh, you mean this guy? It's Jim Pemberton. Damn it, talk to him."
I thought you meant the guy jerking off.
Yeah. She was like, "Yes, that's exactly what you sounded like."
I thought it was the guy who fucking flung the cum on her.
Ew.
What? He makes those noises. Carry on.
I make Sarah do every time I go, Sarah, can you do the Silence of the Lambs thing? She goes, was she a great big fat person?
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a big girl, sir.
She's a big girl, sir. So I was homeless for a very small stretch in the 90s, and I had 2 movies that I had on VHS, and one of them was Silence of the Lambs, and I know that movie by fucking heart, because anywhere I would land, if they had a VCR, I'm like, is it okay if I fall asleep to this? And they were like, really, Steve? That movie fucking rules. I don't give a shit.
Dude,
That's an awesome movie.
I love Manhunter too. Like
Everybody should love Manhunter.
Who doesn't love Manhunter?
I've shown that movie to people, and they're like, this is kind of boring. I was like, fuck you.
No.
You weren't there.
First of all, it's awesome. It's got very much like, it feels like Blade Runner.
Oh, yeah.
It's slick.
With
too.
the
Just
neon
like all
and
the
the-
fucking
I mean, yeah.
Tangerine
music
Dream doing the
and-
soundtrack, and what is it, Michael Mann?
Yeah.
Oh,
doing
yeah.
like really experimental weird stuff.
Yeah. Fuck you, man. Where the fuck are you now?
Dude, writing Heat 2, the book.
Yeah, I know. God damn, Miss Michael Mann.
Oh, you and me, we're at the diner again. Doing this again.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you brought it up like
Yeah.
great ass.
I have that book too. So I got it. I was like, I got to read Heat 2 because I love Heat so much.
Heat 3, they go to college.
Oh, they better. They're going to have a panty raid.
He's like, can you believe the heat's on us again?
Yeah, but we're still stuck in the 90s. Like you said, it wasn't until Scream that and they're trying to neuter Wes Craven during the whole making of the movie. And he's like, oh, yeah, totally. Let's just gut the fuck out of Drew Barrymore real quick. I got K and B. Are you kidding me? Fuck off.
Yeah, I mean, I forget about that, but that's very, like, that intro, one obviously was a big gut punch at the time. By the time I saw it, everyone was like, yeah, Drew Barrymore. Yeah, it's the big switcheroony. She gets killed, but then her intestines are fucking cooling their heels below her.
And her boyfriend, Steve.
I know.
Damn it. I mean, it was a game changer. And then you get for the faculty, you get disturbing behavior, you get, I Know You Did Last Summer again.
I love disturbing behavior.
I love all those movies. I even love I Know You Did Last Summer. I don't give a fuck because I grew up with that little book. I got a Scholastic fucking book fair. I'm like, oh, and they're making a movie? I don't give a shit. It's a slasher movie. It's in the same vein. Fuck it.
Oh, he's like a
Jennifer Love
Christopher
Hewitt.
Pike analog, right?
Yeah.
And Jennifer Love Hewitt's tits don't hurt.
I wasn't going to comment.
What are you waiting for?
My daughter's awesome boobage.
Yeah, and you brought that up. It was shot by a fan. Like a fan won a
That
contest.
scene specifically.
Yes.
What are you waiting
and
for?
they shot that scene. And I was like, you mean like with a big aerial thing? I was like, get the fuck. Wow. Hope that fucking dude like directs shit now.
I'm pretty sure it was like a 16-year-old boy. So he's like, what we should do is get above the boobs.
and just
And then
circle.
360.
I wish
But it
would've-
worked. It was effective.
I wish it would have been like some guy won the contest, but he's like really into Tarantino, and it's just like some static shot down a hallway,
Oh,
and she's
fuck.
screaming, "What are you waiting for?" Like
Whatever.
out of focus in the background.
And over the background, I want a really lesser known John Bonham B-side.
Don't forget the Psycho remake that came out in the 90s.
Oh boy.
So on Tubi, YouTube has a version where you can watch the original and the remake side by side. And I recommend doing that. It's
Who directed
fucking
the
great.
remake?
Not Gus,
Gus
Van
Van
Sant.
Sant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Which is wild because he's done like what?
He's a Louisville boy.
Yeah, he did the
Fuck.
Yeah. he was here about 3 weeks ago shooting a movie.
Yeah, he did the Nicole Kidman Weather Girl movie.
Oh, yeah.
I just watched it
And
again.
one of her faves.
It's
Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Oh
awesome.
my god. I actually love Good Will Hunting.
It's one of my top 3 favorite movies.
Ace and I talked about how like it
Elliott Smith
triggers
thing.
some sort of like grandpa sadness inside me. me, and I talk about it all the time. Like, I'll watch the scene, and Sarah will tell you I'm pretty incapable of tears. Don't be raised by Russian people. But there is constantly being like, if he dies to me. But that scene where Robin Williams meets him for the first time, and then Matt Damon's pushing his buttons. He's pushing his buttons, and then he's like, what's it like when your wife died? And he takes him and says, don't ever talk to me like that, Chief. Yeah. Don't ever do that. And I was like, God damn, this is good.
That was a good turning point for him anyways, because he was just like, I'm done making these fucking movies where I'm like, I'm Jack.
Oh yeah.
And then
I was gonna make Patch
this
Adams
was before
too.
like 1 Hour Photo, and like, with the remake of what's the Christopher Nolan remake he did with him and Al Pacino. Oh my God.
Oh,
Insomnia. That remake is a fucking great remake, by the way. But like, you get to see Robin Williams, who I just saw on The Fisher King, with his dick flopping in the wind in the park, and now he's just like, he's a badass. He's like, they're talking about bench pressing, and he's intelligent. Like, this is the guy that I miss from Dead Poet Society and shit. Those moments, and he was an entire character for a long time. Dork is fucking. This is amazing.
At his best.
Wow, we're really kissing the I-90's ass.
No, but at his best.
I thought we were going to shit on it, but it became pretty good.
Those prestige movies are good. They're fucking
with honors.
great.
Get the fuck, man.
And
School
even
ties.
if you think about like Robin Williams is an iconic actor because you get something like he was a comedian in it. He's doing a comedy role, but in The Birdcage, he's fucking incredible.
Yeah, man.
And then in Good Will Hunting, he's fucking incredible. And these are very different movies. Both of them are legitimate movies.
Yeah.
I mean, my wife's biggest crush, Gene Hackman, is in that film.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, spread the mustard on the crackers.
Oh, you pierced the toast.
Pierced the toast.
But yeah, to rewind, we get the 90s and they're into the 2000s. And Y2 Killers, which is in limbo right now as a podcast, but
You're kind of busy.
Yeah, I'm doing some stuff. It was us trying to just like really delve into that stuff. And there's some stuff there that I really liked. Case in point, Fudge. What's that French extreme movie?
Was it Hellraiser sequel?
High Tension.
High Tension. Sarah, one of Sarah's favorite movies.
Well,
High
it's funny because Rue Morgue is the one that introduced me to that fucking movie.
And I think that movie's fantastic.
Yeah, it is.
And even stuff that's cornier, like Urban Legend, which is just so much fun. Like, I'm Danielle Harris, and I painted half the room black because I'm God, and I'm listening to Godhead, and I'm on my website. Ooh, I'm talking to strangers.
I'm on Vampire Freaks.
Looking back at that time, I could see that at that time I was like, I am masturbating to this memory after I get home from the theater.
God.
Fuck all y'all.
Goth Danielle Harris at the time, you were like, spring. And that movie's fun, but then you have stuff like Strangeland, which is like what would happen if you hooked like Fred Durst up to the Dream Machine from The Cell. It would make that movie, like you go into his head and you'd be like, I'm in Strangeland.
It's like one guy went to a concert and Happening Ministry, and he's like, I can make a movie out of it.
It's like D. Snyder's like a piercing machine exploded in his face, and he's like, the 90s.
Oh,
like,
dude.
It's extreme.
There's a part, and I'd hate to talk about Strangeland on your podcast, but I'm going to. There's a part in the.
I wish I could find the box. That's what things we're talking about. I wish I could just pull them out
someone
of the
sent me that VHS, and I was like, well, here we go. There's a part where the mob converges on Captain Howdy, and they hang
That's
him.
original idea there.
First of all, the acting is like The Room.
Yeah.
In that, like the detectives who were like no major actors in it, and the mob kills him, and I was like, oh, he's gonna be a ghost now. No, he just becomes like Rainier Wolfcastle for the third act. And he's like, I've changed, Gorish, until he's triggered to become the members of Mudvayne again.
Yeah, that's.
Then okay, so the 90s had that kind of shit, and then you have things like Brain Scan.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Which
it's
is
in there.
The most early 90s thing. Like everything in that movie is like, that kid's like, watching that as a kid, you just be like, man, I want this bedroom so bad.
Oh my God.
Like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Yeah, you do.
The computer, like, I don't even know if a computer existed like that could even run a video game like that at that time.
But then he's like listening to old, like the soundtrack was really weird. It's like old, but then he has an Aerosmith poster up and he's like, I love Aerosmith, Terminator.
Who was in it? Was he in an Aerosmith video?
I think you're right.
You talking about like Furlong?
Yeah, Eddie Furlong.
No, you're thinking of.
I can't remember.
Oh, that was Alicia Silverstone. Totally different dude. Totally different dude.
She gave the camera the finger. That's what it was.
No, you're thinking of his daughter, not Ed Furlong.
Tyler.
Oh, fuck.
Brain Scan is an all-timer for me.
So you're coming out of the 90s and you're going into the 2000s, and that's when things started getting like, I don't know, you had Korn and Limp Bizkit on the radio. So people are getting angry again, and boobs are back. You went from the 90s where it's like, let's all wear baggy clothes and care about shit. And then like the anger bands came back where it's like basically glam metal dressed up. So like the late 80s, and then you're going back into this is like going to like when Woodstock happened, it's like, fuck peace. And you're like, what am I watching here? That's on the radio.
Yeah, like
it changed
if
movies.
glam metal drank Mad Dog 2020 and had a jewel, it would become new metal.
New metal brought back the quote unquote fun, and we could treat women like shit again.
That's what it was. That's such a huge thing that I talk about.
They were waiting for that movement to come back.
Also that like the biggest movies at the time, I remember being not beloved because of my interests, I think. But the biggest movies then were like American Pie, which is not a movie.
Yeah.
It's a movie about people who hate each other. Like the end of the movie, they're like, this is the best summer we ever had. I'm like, you came in his coffee, you fucked his mom, you all did weird revenge porn on that Eastern European chick.
Yeah.
This is not a movie. And that was the thing. Like all those movies, Road Trip and stuff like that, even
they wanted to bring back Porky's, but they weren't good at it.
They weren't, because it was wish fulfillment. Like all the movies, the boner comedies that you mentioned, which I'm sure you love, that I love.
We love.
But those movies are also slobs versus snobs movies. It all comes from Caddyshack, like, and Animal House. And those movies are slobs versus snobs. And in the 2000s, because everyone was so, I guess, feeling economically secure, those movies stripped away any of that. And it was just like, oh, I'm Vince Vaughn and I'm having a crisis because of my big house and my big car. So I'm going to vicariously want to like fuck 18-year-olds. And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And that was the when we were younger, those were the movies that young people liked. And then there was some occasional horror stuff. And then there was, you know, at the time, a movie I don't love, like House of a Thousand Corpses, though, was kind of like a weird anomaly.
We needed that.
Right.
The world needed a House of a Thousand Corpses. Then you got Wrong Turn. Those two together were like, we're going back to the 70s. Whether you like House of a Thousand Corpses or not, I brought a friend over because I got that DVD that had like the really kick-ass like fucking menu, and he comes out like, shit the bed.
Oh, yeah.
And you had, back when DVDs had Easter eggs, and you would go to like all the chapters and go up, down, until you found something cool, and you can find all the extra shit that's on those discs. This guy who I was writing a movie with at the time, he was like, this is the worst movie ever. I was like, but think about what it's going to make. And then he was like, okay, nerd. I'm like, but it's true.
No, but I have the biggest conflict with Robert because I want to love that movie, and all of the elements in it are things I love, like the weird 70s Manson family thing. Like
Halloween, Universal.
Speaking of a dude who is highly problematic but makes some great movies, The Manson Family by Jim Van Beber is like the best movie Rob Zombie never made.
Oh my God, I forgot about Beber. Holy shit.
That movie is like what he shoots for every time. Like Rob, the intro to The Manson Family, I went on such a Van Beber kick recently, when it's the flowers and it's raining, and then it's like, it's morning in America, like kind of, and then it's all blood coming down.
I have the DVD, we'll watch it later.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Is very much like what Rob Zombie was going for, but I agree with you. I think that like bringing back that mashup, even though I hate it and I don't think that it's executed well at all, showed people like, oh, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can still do that.
You can make money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And change the game.
But I remember kids at the bus stop being like, oh, it's so fucked up. I can't wait to go see it. And I was like, wow, that's exciting.
It is exciting when they're opening a freaking trunk and it's dead women, dead cheerleaders all carved up, and you're like, man, we have seen this before. They had not.
That's true.
Depending on what you're talking, I mean, we're talking about Grindhouse and you know, independent cinema. Like that was the movie. Like this guy can make music videos for Ozzy and himself, and they look great. It's Flash. It's basically a TikTok now. But at that time, it was like he's giving you an idea of what could be, and then he makes Devil's Rejects, which I really liked.
I think
his magnum opus, no offense, fuck everybody, is Lords of Salem.
That's the best. Oh, no.
Dude, no. I don't give a fuck.
Devil's Rejects is, I think, the most complete film he made.
True, because it's short. There's hardly any big things going on. I was
rooting for Lords of Salem.
Yeah.
They have like the weird... there's like weird giallo stuff, and then there's
the black metal,
the zombie dudes who look like Dr. Freudstein.
Yeah,
and then at the end, it's like you can see him white knuckling the music video lever that he always pulls, and he's like, oh, I'm being so good. And then you reach the last 10 minutes, he's like, oh, he snaps it off.
It goes into third gear. I know.
It's just like Halloween 2. Where it's like, it's just a psychedelic movie.
It's true, but you can see all of the people he loves on his shoulders. He's like, I like Polanski, I like Kubrick, and I don't know how to do those movies, but I'm going to do the best I can.
Yeah.
And if you can freeze frame any part of that movie and it's a piece of art, is it good as a whole? Probably not. But I think as far as accomplished piece of art for him to make a movie, that was it. And then nobody liked it, and he made fucking, what was it, 31 next?
Oh my God in heaven.
Which is everything. You could tell he was just angry and said, fuck everybody. I'll give you The Beyond, which is what Fulci made when he was like, I'll just do whatever the fuck I want and people will love it. And they did.
And then the end of that is
Except
just
for
like
us.
fucking Aerosmith.
Well,
There's a great interview with Fulci. He's like, I don't know what that movie's about. I just made it up and people think it's a great movie. I'm like, cause it is.
Well, it is. It is a great.
But he didn't think so.
Well, he also it feels like John Carpenter of Italy, where like he right? Because have you ever
That's
seen
so good.
Have you ever seen 3 of the Apocalypse? It's like
Yes.
a Western that he did.
Yeah.
Crushing.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Tragic, incredible movie. And Don't Torture a Duckling.
Yep.
Incredible, dark, fucked up movie, and people were like, "You suck," and he was like, and then like only at the end of his life, when he saw a bunch of nerds being like, "Zombie," he was like, "No, I died."
Oh my God. Yeah. But the art is so good.
Yeah,
It's like Lovecraft. I'm glad he's fucking dead. But goddamn, look what he gave us.
Yeah.
I actually have I want to make a Wayne's World called The Fart Suckers, where it's about 2 like thrash head degenerates in college, and instead of they do the Wayne's World thing. Sorry, I lied.
They put a VHS in.
I lied. It's a Bill and Ted thing.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Close. Whatever. Same thing. And they have to summon historical figures because the assignment is if you could spend time with like the worst figure in history, who would it be? So they summon it was H.P. Lovecraft, G.G. Allen, Rasputin, and
David Hess.
oh, that would be awesome.
But I love his art.
Aleister Crowley.
Oh.
And the way I would shoot it would be you would never see G.G. Allen, but they would hold up a piece of plexiglass and poop would hit the screen.
Yep. Yeah. And then they roll the Marquis de Sade down the street.
So are we
but-
starting the Kickstarter for this?
Yes.
soon?
Indiegogo.
So like that's isn't it weird that we talked about House of a Thousand Corpses and we talked about it coming out and it was like a real big success story, and then jump forward to 31 and now we're in the 2000s and he gets that crowdfunded. And now we enter
Which
like
is a good
this
thing.
very weird like time too in these closer to where we are now, where you were like, there's a lot of great stuff coming out. Is it getting the attention it deserves? There's a lot of bad stuff coming out and you're not sure. And then I think the thing that I think Hereditary is and The Witch are kind of like the Silence of the Lambs Kubrick moment of that, the 2000s.
Yeah, they're amazing. They're gorgeous to look at. They're acted well. They're shot well. They deserve the awards. And Ace hates them, and I had to like finally be like, watch them again. But I mean, I get it. I mean, yeah, we need that level.
Yeah, I would throw Get Out in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But Get Out is amazing for so many fucking reasons.
And they're movies.
And so timely.
And they're movies that I remember watching The Witch with my very nice ex-girlfriend who had no similar interests, and it ended and she goes, "That's the worst movie I've ever seen." And in my head I was like, this relationship's never going to survive.
How did you not feel like invigorated by that? That's
Everyone
wild.
I saw it with hated it. They were all normal people and they
Weird.
all hated it, and I was just like, oh, the whole time I was like, they're not showing his face.
The only I swear to God, I love that movie, and the only thing I was just like, I made the huge in front of the crowd. It was because when Captain fucking Morgan comes out, you know.
Oh, I loved Captain Morgan.
I was just like, really? They're going to do a rum commercial here with fucking Devil?
I
was like,
loved
they could have
it.
done anything.
They don't show his
I would have seen.
face.
I would have rather seen like I don't know, fucking anybody.
That felt very Lovecraftian to me.
Fucking
He's like
Kingfish.
a stranger, like a black-clad stranger came
Yeah.
into town, westerny almost.
No, I mean, I get it now when I watched it with a crowd and people are explaining like, you don't understand like the decadence that was at the time that was going on. That's what it looked like. I was like, fine.
But then, then the money signs happen and somebody in Warner Brothers' eyes, and you get elevated harm. Now everyone's like, I had 12 hysterectomies and now they're all ghosts and they're coming after me now. And somebody knew Atticus Ross's cousin's brother and he did the soundtrack.
It's beautiful.
I would star in 12 hysterectomies.
Oh my God. I want that movie right now.
From Nacho Cerda, the creator of Aftermath. 12 hysterectomies.
But here we are, and now the thing that made me happy and it kept me going, besides J-horror in the 90s, is fucking Trauma.
Yeah.
Trauma kept it consistent. He's a hater of the blockbuster I fucking hate blockbuster, but we're on that same level, and he was like the Roger Corman of the 80s, and he still is. he will still make trash and kill and still fights for women's rights and still is like, we're gonna make garbage, but you know what? I'll make sure that it gets seen.
I love their mindset. I don't know that I love all their movies.
Oh, fuck no. People who say that are like, I don't understand completists anyways. And that's fine if you are. That's cool, whatever. I don't have to have every goddamn Jason Voorhees mask on my wall. I have the ones I like.
Yeah.
And that's how I am about most fucking producers. And like, like even Roger Corman's like, oh, I've got every Roger Corman. No, the fuck you don't.
No. And you don't love every one of them.
No, and they're not made to be loved. Sometimes they're just made to pay the bills for the next one that's actually going to be good.
Yeah, and sometimes that director, like you can't love everybody's filmography. You're going to find something there that doesn't really gel with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tis true.
I don't think there's any, like, besides, like, most of Troma's stuff, most of the stuff I even like, besides Toxic Avenger, is stuff that they just produced and didn't even, or they just put out on their label and didn't even make themselves.
Yeah, well, they have to do that kind of like, like New Line had to do that, or any Concord, anybody. They have to put out movies so they can finally get funding to make their movies.
Yeah.
But that's why they call it the house that Freddie built, because they were doing the same thing forever, man.
Yeah.
They did make Alone in the Dark, which was awesome.
True. The original, not that fucking thing. That
no,
other thing.
Not the Wee Bowl movie that's an adaptation of the video game, but isn't an adaptation with Tara Reid? 2000s.
Yeah. Although, like, I did enjoy, I went to the movie, I saw the theater House of Wax.
Oh, yep.
With Paris Hilton in it. I had no memories of it at the time, and then whenever you all covered it, I ended up watching it again, and I was like, man, this isn't that bad.
Like, so
she's
good.
the one that drugged me back, and she was like, watch it again, because I am that. I mean, House of Wax is right next to you. I've seen the remake, and then the Vincent Price remake, and I'm just like, fuck yeah, this is going to be great. And then it was my expectation that ruined that movie for me, not because the movie's bad.
Yeah.
That's the reason. I was like,
It's completely unrelated.
I want Howling, not Howling 6.
It's like this is a weird analogy to make for House of Wax and the House of Wax remake, but it's like Suspiria and the Suspiria remake. They're completely different.
But the fucking remake of Suspiria is amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I've told so many people when they came out, they're like, I don't get it. I was like, I can show you right now Rosemary's Baby or The Exorcist and put Suspiria, and you can't tell that they're not made in the exact same fucking day. Like that, it was a fucking gorgeous movie.
That's a labor of love.
What a great ending.
Yeah. What a very Italian ending without being like, we're going to do all the lighting gels and stuff. He was like, no. I'm doing like possession. I'm doing like weird, bleak Eastern Bloc shit.
And he didn't highlight any of the big stars. So many people are in that movie, but you don't even recognize them half the time. I'm not talking about Tilda Swinton.
Is that Dakota Johnson's best role?
Holy shit. People don't even think about that movie when they talk about it.
I mean,
or Mia Goth. I mean, she wasn't anybody at the time, but she was a big part of that movie. And then you've got Jessica Harper coming back for her cameo, and you see her for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's all you need. Thank you. I don't need Night of the Demons, Linnea fucking giving out candy. Give me that. Sorry, Linnea.
No, the cameo thing is like that, and then that becomes
can be ruined.
The modern era, right? Where you have these, you have like really interesting stuff that you're doing, and then you have stuff that's either really indulgent or just an extreme copy of the elevated horror stuff.
Yeah, that was a period on the end of that sentence.
Period.
We should have talked about House of Wax more. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
You get to see Paris Hilton die in that movie.
Don't worry, when they make the remake of the remake, they'll have like a CGI Charles Bronson in it, and you'll be happy, right?
It'll be AI.
It's me, I'm Beck. Oh, what a crazy House of Wax I am in.
Like, okay, where are we headed? I mean, right now AI is making almost full movies. Now we talked about it this last summer because I love Alex Proyas' like Dark City and The Crow, and this guy is like a champion of AI. He just wants to make all movies.
Do you like the rest of Alex Proyas' movies?
Fuck no. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's
Gods of Egypt.
Oh God.
I think
real art will always win out, but goddamn, dude,
I don't think anything good comes out of AI if that's like the general thesis of it. And I guess the best way of talking about it is what's something that's equally ghoulish. And we were talking about Alien Romulus, and we were talking about the Ian Holm puppet that they bring out and like parade everywhere. And that movie is, and I'm a big champion for the Evil Dead remake. I think it rules because I think it shares the heart of the original Evil Dead, which is mean and uncompromising and not funny.
Right.
And I was rooting for Fede Alvarez to make this his baby. And for a while, it is.
I think it's 90% amazing.
And then the Ian Holm thing is like someone sticking a knife in your ass.
Yeah, you don't see it coming.
It's so removed. Like the beginning of that movie, I'm all in. They're in like that old school retro future Weyland-Yutani thing. They're walking around. You got some modern elements, like they're being fucked by the corporation forever, which is also a throwback. And then you see that Ian Holm thing and you're like, what's happening?
I don't need this in Rogue One. Just show me the back of his head,
dude,
and do his
Peter
voice.
Fucking Cushing, fuck you.
Just show me the back of their head. Bring out some old fucking. You can make digitized fucking his voice for all of them, and just do that, and I'll be like, fuck yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
But you have to show me that you have to show me the art that it's not fucking art, man. You're pissing me off.
Yeah.
It's also treating the audience like they're stupid.
Yeah, and
It takes them out of it so completely, and it's like, hey, remember this guy? Remember that?
Who's that for? Who is the Ian Holm cameo for? Because if you're a nerd who likes Alien, you don't want to see that.
No.
And then the other
I would
people
rather
are
see
like-
Lance Henriksen reprise something in that before Aliens, but then you fuck up Aliens.
Yeah, but if you're in the theater watching that and you don't know who Ian Holm is, and that you're just the guy shows up and you're like,
And I get
why
that.
does his face look like that? Because it looks so different than everybody
because
else.
it looks like the puppet from Magic dressed like Ian Holm. And you're like, and then you see the really crazy fucking vagina cocoon that the alien comes out of. Awesome. Incredible
I love
scene.
that.
And some of the effects are fantastic. And like even the CGI in there that they throw in isn't bad, but that scene is just viciously bad. And I think that that's kind of like this, we're going to do this whether you like it or not thing that it feels like with AI, where they're like every ad, it's incredible the timeline between AI comes into play and people are like, make Yoda fart and like having fun with it, to every other ad you see on Tubi is like, you're a dumbass. You can't do anything, right? AI is going to do it for you, baby.
Yeah.
Just let me in.
You can't write your paper? We got this.
The first time I saw a Grammarly ad, I was like, well, this is the end of civilization.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. We're fucked. And you know who's going to help us? Who's going to save us? The Roger Cormans of the next generation. But I just think the future of horror is going to be fine because it's still going to be made by people who want to do shit on a fucking phone, which is the new shot on video.
Yeah.
And they're going to care.
Like in the mid 2000s when they started getting better with CGI, like you got like they did the same thing in Terminator, like they did in Alien Romulus, like in the Terminator Salvation movie, where it's like all of a sudden in the middle of the movie, like spoiler, but like a big fucking cartoon of Arnold Schwarzenegger appears and just starts walking out, and he's supposed to be like, oh, this is where they make the robots, and and he looks like a fucking cartoon character.
That
and it's
movie
like,
is
why would
so
you do
practical. All the shit that you see in the waters, all that stuff is they were made with real puppets, and then you're going to give me this.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Or
maybe was that the beginning?
The Thing
of the
prequel?
Yeah.
The garish, or those Hobbit movies where they made that orc that was all practical, and then they were like CGI over it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's Hollywood. And I think that Hollywood's always going to fuck us.
Yeah.
But I think I think there are always going to be people like Ace and I know Ace is a big Tarantino guy, and he is very polarizing for people.
Yeah.
But I love
he's a
Tarantino
fucking
movies.
filmmaker
He's a nerd.
Yeah.
He's such a fucking nerd. He was like, I love Lady Snowblood so much. Let's make like 3 hours Lady Snowblood homage.
Exactly. He understands and he loves what he did. He's the nerd. He's the George Lucas and Spielberg, but he still is in the trenches, man.
Yeah.
He still wants to make something that makes you uncomfortable, also insightful.
But he's also the person casting Pam Grier, and he's casting all of these genre actors. It's not like he's like, I'm making a Lily White production. Oh, my passion is the Brady Bunch movie. Like, no. This guy was raised on stuff like Shaft and stuff, and that comes through.
And he's a preservationist.
Yeah.
He's an archivist. He will be the one that when all this is gone, you'll be able to go to his house and be like, well, there it is on 35 millimeter print still. Thank God.
Isn't it him and like the dude who does X-Fest like owns all the prints?
Yeah, the
of
guy.
all the 30 millimeter prints in America.
One of the big advantages we have is we have the Colonial Theater, and it used to be International House Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And Exhumed Films, God bless them, does the 24-hour Horror-thon. They show horror movies on 35, 24 hours, never the same movies. And you saw some wild stuff like older prints of Pumpkinhead, where it was still called, like, what is it, The Demon Judgment?
Vengeance the Demon.
Vengeance the Demon. I got to see some wild stuff on 35, the Herzog Nosferatu on 35 they played.
Wow.
And it's never the same stuff. So the playlist varies. Sometimes there were movies that I'd never seen before that I saw, and the timeline of it isn't the best. Like 3 a.m. they're playing Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. And great, incredible movie that I'd never seen before, but that I then didn't see for a little while because the synth wave, like in that, is like, it's 3 a.m. and I'm like lying there, I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. But incredible movie. And they'll play that kind of stuff. And the guy who supplies the 35 millimeter prints is the second biggest collector next to Tarantino and stuff.
No
so
shit, nice.
That's how we saw Tarantino's print of Devil Fetus.
What?
Yeah.
Of course he owns that. You fucking god damn. Remaster that one, dude. So let us have that.
I think they just put it out. Vinegar Syndrome.
No shit. Of course they did.
Probably,
Oh yeah, we're gonna do an unboxing here soon.
Oh yeah, just get my.
He and
order
Deathmetal
in.
Dave both got their syndrome.
Vinegar.
Are you
Syndrome.
sponsored? Are you like one
No
of them
shit.
part of the membership?
Have you heard of Vinegar Syndrome?
Are you familiar with the boutique label?
Yes. Oh my god.
can-
Yeah, TerraVision, all those guys. They fucking rule.
They do rule.
This is like me. It came in the mail, and I was like, I opened it up. Ronnie, I told her, I was like, oh, my Rene Cardona collection came in. I was like,
But
Beaks.
But that's what we need. More
Yeah.
people like you, Ace. I mean,
Yeah.
we're lucky. We have a dual drive-in less than 20 minutes from here. And one of the screens always has 35 millimeter prints. He has the old arc light projector, and it's been like that since the 40s. So we get kind of lucky around this area a bit. I mean, even Skyline is not that far.
Well, the other thing that they just did that I missed, and it's nice. It was nice to touch some grass, as the kids say, and not be in the theater for 12 hours. But I still regretted it. They played like Rolling Thunder and the Seven Deadly Venoms.
Oh my god!
And some really incredible like exploitation stuff. That's how I saw Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry, which Tarantino
ending, man.
references Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry days.
Oh yeah, and Death Proof. Yep.
yeah.
That's Sarah's favorite movie.
That
And I think
ending
one of my
made me
favorite
fucking
Tarantino
mad.
movies.
Oh yeah.
You were upset about it?
Oh no, I mean because I wanted them to live.
Oh no. Oh, it's an exploitation ending.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
not
Fuck off.
going to.
Shut up.
Like literally the last 10
The
seconds
music
they're like,
swells. They're flying. It's the Duke Boys again, and then fucking train.
which is like an exploitation movie.
I know. I hate
You should have
everybody.
known.
God damn it.
Should have.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Death Proof, which ends the
No,
same
no,
way.
I'm talking about.
First, you were talking about.
Come
like,
on, nerds,
it's like,
wake up.
You want Kurt
it's
Russell to live in that?
Well,
movie?
it's the 70s. It's a 70s movie, so at the end they're like, you see, they would have come to an end either way.
Yeah.
And it's a metaphor.
Yeah. It's a metaphor.
The train is a metaphor.
Oh, yeah.
every
Yeah.
70s movie.
I was very concerned there for a minute. I was like, you
Oh
want
my
Kurt Russell
God.
to live? What the fuck is wrong with
You
you?
mentioned hot. You mentioned the Superior movies, so I went with that. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, Grindhouse. Oh, that's another thing. Seeing Grindhouse in the theater in the 2000s.
Oh, my
And nobody
God.
was in the fucking theater with
Oh
me.
yeah, empty.
Me and my friend are giddy and laughing and having a good time. I think Deathmetal Dave said he went to a screening and people left halfway through because they didn't understand the whole concept.
And that put a nail in the coffin, including the Weinsteins, of us
yeah.
never getting that again.
Yeah. But it did inspire another generation to make fucking movies with scratches. I mean, whether it's digital or not. I mean, we have friends, my friends, A Time to Kill, that those movies that came out, they were like, well, we're going to make fucking 70s style. We're going to make it 80s style. That fucking Grindhouse did it, man.
Yeah, like
The
you
way
like
that
Hobo
House-
with a shotgun. And,
Right, and they
Oh
did it
my
better.
God.
They did it better than say House of Thousand Corpses.
Yeah.
because they had the money, the technique, and the ability to bring all these people back
And I
and
think
make a fucking a moment in time that you either got to see or now you got to watch it on Japanese Blu-ray.
right. Well,
Even
that's an incredible. The Hobo with a Shotgun.
Oh, yeah.
That's
is
a contest
so,
that dude won.
Holy moly! What a great movie.
That dude won a contest that they did, and then he won, so they put his trailer on the Blu-ray, and then they financed his fucking movie.
That's the best movie
like-
Troma never made.
That's the best Project Greenlight movie that they never made.
Yeah. Like, I think even after that, a lot of the artwork on like DVD box, a lot of straight to DVD movies, like you
Yeah.
would get like that kind of grindhouse artwork, and they would start doing actual like art instead of just a photo of the people in the movie. Because there's like even another one, like it's a shitty motorcycle movie called Hail Ride.
Hey man,
Oh, yeah.
I
That
love that movie.
Tarantino produced. I
Fucking
watched
Eric Balfour.
I have to
I
check
watched
it
it
out.
again. recently.
Yeah, well, it's made by the guy who fucking made. Oh my god, I can't think of his name. All
he's
of a
one of the
sudden.
main actors in the movie.
Yeah, he's the leader of the gang. It's got Dennis
he
Hopper and
owns
all those people. Yeah.
he owns the strip club or whatever that
Larry Bishop.
Yeah,
Larry Bishop made all those movies in the 70s.
Yeah, he's in.
And he came back
Kill
and made
Bill.
that.
Oh, Dennis Hopper of The Crow, Deadly Prayer fame?
Yeah.
Blue Velvet, I think, is what you mean.
No. I mean where he plays a character who is definitely written for a black man.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I forgot. Hell Ride is fucking great. Fuck you, man.
Oh man, I thought it was super. I watched it.
It is
again.
slow.
It was super boring.
It is slow. It's a biker movie. Have you seen some of those movies are just kind of
I
slow.
love that.
Larry-
I love Satan Sadist, Psychomania, all that stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
I did want to bring up your love for Paul Naschy horror movies because we were recently talking about werewolf movies. And I was like,
I need to
you know who loves Paul Naschy?
fill this room with love because we didn't last time we talked about Paul Naschy.
I love
Carry on.
a nasty Nashy monster mashy, which is what I call them. And I actually have a Paul Naschy tattoo from Werewolf versus the Vampire
That's
Woman.
the one everyone knows. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love it because I think first of all, obviously, you guys probably talked about like he's like the Boris Karloff of Spain. He played all these different roles.
It's like we wanted to like it, but it's just like he hates period movies anyways, older movies.
I love it's every one of those movies is like an Electric Wizard album to me because it's like
a really good way to put
Hammer, but hornier and more satanic.
Yeah,
like every one of them is like, now it is Elizabeth Bathory. I'm like, I thought she was in the last movie. They're like, no, this one is Elizabeth Bathory, and I'm like, whatever, I'm on board. And then just slow mo of gorgeous Spanish women running around in sheer dresses with like the Hammer horror fangs in, and then a werewolf defenestrating things all the time. This is my tragic story. I got stabbed like 1 billion times and turned into a werewolf by Satanists. And I'm like, this seems like the last movie, and I'm here for it.
I'm a Coffin Joe fan, so I get it. I'm on board.
Oh, dude, yeah, Coffin Joe is even more. That's like, so it's like Hammer horror, then Nashy weird stuff, then you got Coffin Joe. Recently, I went down a rabbit hole of, I think, a really underappreciated dude, Pete Walker, who did Frightmare. Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, Jeffrey Combs.
Not that one.
That's the one with Freddie Main, I think.
There's another Frightmare.
Oh, with
there's
what's
an
her
old
face?
Frightmare,
Yeah.
With
cannibalism.
She's in House of Long Shadows, and I can't remember her name.
She's a very scary looking lady, and she's incredible in it. She's kind of like the Nurse Ratched of like that guy. She's kind of like that guy's muse. She's in all of them. And I'd always heard of this movie, The House of Whipcord, that I'd never seen before by Pete Walker. And he's most known for kind of being like, he kind of was Hammer, but he was also an exploitation guy, speaking of which. And House of Whipcord rules. It's pretty much like an answer to that whole Thatcher, all these young people and are dressing like David Bowie's now. And the plot is it's all this girl who like she's a model who got arrested for making a lewd photo shoot, and she was naked and she's trying to get out of it. So she meets a handsome dark dressed gentleman, Mark E. de Sade, and he takes her to a decommissioned prison. And here's where it gets fucked up. Here's where it gets relevant, where all these loose women are being taken to be reformed by these ex-members of prisons and prosecutions and judges who are like a couple, and they're both corrupt, and they're pretty much killing these women, and they get judgment in this like big courtroom that says like only Christ among all things or something.
Look up Frightmare real quick, or look up House of Long Shadows. I cannot remember her name, and she needs to be fucking mentioned. Carry on.
And all these movies, the 3 that I've watched, why I wanted it is this movie called The Comeback, and there's like a clip I saw on Instagram of like a person in a granny mask, like Curtains but good, where it's like a woman in a hag mask is like killing a girl, and I thought that was gonna be a slasher movie. No, it's like a weird, like psychotic Hitchcock throwback, but with some real gore and weirdness in it. And this Pete Walker dude is like, every movie I've seen by him, and again I watched Die Screaming Marianne, which wasn't even that good, but it had Dirty Mary from Dirty Mary Crazy Mary.
Yeah, Susan George.
Yeah. And it was all of his movies are very weird exercises in exploitation, but he's doing interesting stuff with them.
Yeah. What do you got?
Sheila Keith.
That's it. Sheila fucking Keith.
And she is one of the wardens at the jail in House of Whipcord, and she's so chilling because you can tell like she gets off on this.
Well, I just remember that box when I was a kid in my dad's video store, and I'm like, what is this fucking crazy shit? Because she has white hair, and she's like,
Mrs. Doubtfire,
and no offense to her, but you should think she's a woman. I mean, a man. And yeah, Mrs. Oh my God.
It was a drive-by fruiting.
Of fucking.
I need to watch this Whipcord.
Oh, we will.
That sounds incredible.
I think it's on Tubi. I see that every once in a while, like the thumbnail and something. I know it's not Shudder.
The art is like, and it's got that beautiful 70s art where it's, which I just bought a t-shirt of, where it's like the girl in like her underwear and there's like a noose and it's got like the jail bars or the black parts of the poster.
I love that.
Mamma mia.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think the future of horror is going to be great. We just have to keep telling these people, hey, make good movies or make bad movies that we like.
I think there's across the board, like Bruce Longo is like a local Philly director doing a lot of shot on video stuff, and it's rough stuff. It's rough shot on video stuff. Sex Man Leather of the band Spider.
Oh yeah.
Spider plays in it, and it's just like very much a slice of life in like crust metal punk Philly.
Oh yeah.
And
he even speaks like when he's like doing all of his vocals and stuff in between songs. It's like, hello, welcome.
Oh yeah, it's like watching Carcass back in the 90s. Like, this song is called blah 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 blah.
It's just like he does like the almost like a Transylvanian vampire accent.
If it wasn't for Midnight Snack or Midnight Frights, I would have never heard of Spider.
Oh, Mid-Fright Snack.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I mean, I think that there are always people who are passionate about different eras of movie and horror movies specifically. So I think there's always gonna be a guy who's like, I want to shoot on 35. That movie, They Call Her Death, is good. I wouldn't say blew my socks off, but it was shot on film and it's shot with a local cast and there's some great practical work in it. And like, there's people out there who are obsessed with spaghetti western horror crossover. I want it to be like Manaha.
Oh, see, yeah, that's the fucking thing. Is like we're talking about those old huge books of DVDs and shit. I had one. It's like 46 fucking spaghetti westerns, and I got introduced to like all of them, Trinity, all that shit's in there, man. It's crazy shit. I'd never even heard of Django until that came out, and not the movie, but that disc. And I'm like, what? Are they gonna make a fucking remake of this? And it's not the same movie, but whatever.
There's like 15
At least
Django
Franco's in the
movies.
goddamn movie.
Have you ever seen that Keoma movie that he did?
I don't think so.
So it's a Franco Nero movie, and he's supposed to be like, he's supposed to be half indigenous. But
oh, like Chado's Land or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. But the best part is I think that he did guest vocals in the soundtrack, and it's also kind of like an Eastbound and Down thing where he's like, Keoma, my father. And for a while, Mondo had the soundtrack, and every day I was like, am I being short-sighted by not buying the soundtrack?
Should have bought it because now you probably can't get it.
But again, you when you watch these movies too, I think we live in a much more self-aware, like understanding time where we're a lot less cruel about minorities and women. And I think a caveat to revisiting this stuff is we weren't. So there's literally a whole through line where there's an N-word character where they call him N-word something. And they're like, N-word, why are you so sad? And I'm like, maybe you call him a slur all the time. Maybe that's the problem.
What, remember the original MASH? His name was Spear Chucker?
Yeah.
And they had and that was in the movie. And they brought it over to
yeah.
the television show. And they were finally, somebody was like, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Oh, I was watching some, and maybe you'll remember it, and I was trying to pick Ace's brain. It's like a gang movie from like early 70s, and the cover is like a hand in like a gloved hand holding a chain, and it's got two titles. It's like one is like thrashing or slashing. I know it's not thrashing, and one is like a really long one. And at one point, one of the characters is like, "Listen up, you fucking taco benders." I'm like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's like primordial racist shit."
Yeah, and didn't end, and it really hasn't. And you still see it all the time. We talk about, the 90s were different. Were they?
No.
Doing your deep dives on Y2 Killers, you're like, what the? We were still saying some of this shit. We were still making rape jokes and in like fucking.
A dude shows up with let's talk about Cherry Falls for a minute. A movie whose thesis is maybe we keep our raping daddy secret. The end. Maybe Brittany Murphy, who's having weird sexual conflict, and then you're like, well, there's like an openly gay character in this. That's progress. But then at the end of the movie, they're like, yeah, my dad was a hero. End of the movie. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yep, that's how it works. I mean, but and that movie got buried too until it got re-released. I guess somebody put it on Blu-ray and then everybody finds it. And that's the hope that I keep thinking is like, you have these boutique fucking things and they're just going to keep putting out shirts. Nobody knows what the fuck that is except for nerds like, oh, who's Chaz Bullen? It's like, motherfucker, let me slap you in the face. Like, these are the gods are going to come back, damn it.
They will. And they're always there. There's always going to be a low-key, even
we worship at their altar. We have to keep doing this.
in a drought. You're going to have like a House of a Thousand Corpses if you dig that kind of stuff. You're going to have like a hobo with a shotgun. There will always be somebody who's like tuned into your weirdness.
Yeah.
And I have like a big faith in that.
That's what I liked about going back to Grindhouse. You had what they were making was a Tarantino, and their tastes are different. And then you had Hobo with a Shotgun, which to me was Lloyd Kaufman. And so you had all three of these represented, and then they're making all the goddamn movies. And let's not get into Thanksgiving, okay? I love that trailer. Is fucking.
Tell me about Thanksgiving. Like, what did you think of the new Thanksgiving?
I just wanted that trailer, man.
You're never going to get the trailer.
I know. I wanted that feel. When I went and saw it, I hated it. When I bought it, I was like, I get it. It had more of a 90s feel to it.
I just assumed that like they were like, okay, we'll give you the money to make this, but we're not going to give you enough money to make it a period piece.
No, I just think that there's not.
I don't think he wanted to.
They probably were like, you can make it in the 80s because Stranger Things. And he was like, but I want to make it like a 70s Black Christmas thing. And they were like, no. We're not going to do that. That's what it feels like, right?
Don't. But you know what? I think Edgar Wright could be like, no, I'm going to do this.
Oh,
fuck off.
He's like, I'm going to do what is it? Because the bid is it's Living Dead of Manchester Morgue.
Oh,
it has 18 titles.
Everything is just like, what the fuck am I watching? He understood. They all understood that what the assignment was. Will we see SS women of the werewolf from the SS? Probably not.
God. And Sherry Moon as Ava Brown.
Yeah. And Nicolas Cage as Fu Manchu.
Which is,
Speaking of
but
problematic
that is
character.
kind of understanding the assignment at the time.
Yeah, I totally get it. And some of those movies we're never going to see. I liked Machete, whatever the fuck you want to
Yeah.
I was just disappointed with Thanksgiving when I first saw it. And then now I'm like, oh, it's a 90s slasher movie.
It almost is.
Even it's a contemporary movie.
Why I
so.
liked it is it is like a 2000 slasher
There
movie.
you go,
It's
yeah.
really mean-spirited, and that's what I liked about it. I don't think it's perfect, and I 100% echo. I remember watching the trailer for Grindhouse.
I wanted
being
Michael
like,
Biehn to be like, God damn.
Yeah, oh my God, so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Son
think
of
that
a bitch is what he says. Whatever.
until somebody makes a 70s Stranger Things, like some equivalent, you're not
Good.
going to get the 70s throwback.
No, we're gonna get fucking the 80s, whatever. It's the 70s show, then you get the 80s show that just was awful. And it's just like that's what we're gonna get for a while. It's
a
good and
balance.
bad. Good and bad.
I do think the younger generation is like really is getting into horror again, because like that for my going to Gore Club like in person and like hanging out, and then like you see like a whole group of different people who show up now,
Slay.
and like and they just like and they start showing and like I'll start asking them about movies, like, have you ever seen this? And like, I was 7 when that came out, and I was like, oh, I was in college.
And
now,
I get that.
Now
We've
I
had
feel
this-
old,
we've
but
had
I'm
this
so glad you're
conversation.
here.
And
We've
I-
had this conversation.
Well, I guess that's the interesting thing too, is like I'm a big metalhead, and there's a lot of bands, and my buddy has been into metal for a long time before it was cool to be into it.
It's
you
never
know?
been cool.
Yeah, well,
We've always been nerds.
I think
getting
it's
beat up and
at
having to
its
fight with
peak
skateboards.
right now.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that like Maryland Death Fest is like the biggest, most popular event it's ever been.
Yeah.
And he's talked to me before, and I've been like, "Oh, have you heard this new band?" He's like, "They just sound like Creator. I'm just going to listen to Creator." And
yeah, but you should fucking support this new shit too,
and
man.
I'm there's some of that
Municipal
stuff that I
Waste
love.
and Toxic Holocaust are fucking amazing.
I love, and he took me to see Toxic Holocaust way early on and I was like, this band, before I got into metal, I was like, this
Yeah.
band kind of rules.
Fuck yeah.
And if that's the way, if you support that band and they do great. And if that's your gateway to listen to like Venom, great too.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And like, I love stuff like, there's stuff that is worship stuff that I love. Midnight is 100% a product of like shock rock, Impaler, Venom worship, Motorhead, and
We've got Savage Master, you know.
I love Savage Master.
They're Louisville people, you know.
Yeah.
Stacy fucking works at house.
But and some of it is derivative, and there will be people who it's just like Halloween comes out and you got to make Friday the 13th. There's going to be one band that's great at it and some bands that aren't as great, but
Yeah.
I guess not. I don't want to become a grandpa who's like, that's not my Venom.
So I've always used that as an opportunity when anybody shits on anything that makes any kind of sense. I'm like, you sound like your fucking dad. When we talk about Rue Morgue Magazine, what's your first memory of it?
Oh boy.
And
So
how the fuck did you get to where you are with it? by
Here's
the
the
way?
fun part.
That's
is
part
when
one.
I was really young, I was like, my parents were Russian immigrants, so they were very much like, we were not watching scary movies. And so my early memories of horror movies were snatches of things that I could catch. So I remember watching The Gate on TNT and it scared the shit out of me when he's like, you've been bad, and his face melts as a little kid, not knowing the context of the movie, getting into it like 10 minutes in, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm having nightmares. All the Chucky standees,
Yep.
Without any context, Evil Doll, and catching the end of Child's Play. And then I remember I had to have been 14 or 15 when I started going to my library, and they still had VHS at the time, and I was renting Day of the Dead and Evil Dead, movies that at first I was like, these are going to be corny. And I remember watching Evil Dead and being like, no, this isn't corny. I'm kind of scared.
Man, my library didn't have anything like
Man.
that. They just had Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
If it wasn't for my dad's video store, we rented that, and then but me and my friends were taking turns trying to hide underneath each other under the first Evil Dead.
Yeah, because you think that that's going to be a corny movie. You look at the one of the 15 VHS copies of the girl jumping out, like coming out of the grave, and you're like, oh, it's going to be corny. And then you're like, no, this is really creepy. Like, there's a lot of like eerie scene. I think those like full eye contacts are so fucking creepy in that. And then I started to really dip my toes into it, and I met my girlfriend at the time. Went to the first Monster Mania with her back when it was like $15 to get in, and you could just talk to Malcolm McDowell until he got sick of you.
And he didn't charge.
No, to talk to you, yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't hidden behind multiple, like, reinforced walls.
Things have
Because
changed.
God forbid.
Yeah, Walking
Don't
Dead.
look at Elvira. Don't look at her.
The Walking Dead ruined all horror conventions.
That and Stranger Things, I think, were probably
Those
like,
two combined.
the 1-2 punch of like, now it's $120
Yeah.
to look at them.
I just remember when Horror Hound had their Walking Dead event, and then we were like, wait, what the fuck? Who are all these motherfuckers? Talk about gatekeeping. We were like, I want to punch all these kids. But go ahead.
But then, and you know, I started to really dip my toes in a lot of different directions. So I remember I had to download a torrent of The Beyond because I couldn't catch it anywhere. And
That's awesome.
Really weird story. The first DVD I got was Stallone's son was doing the release of like the really nice copy of The Beyond back when he was doing distribution of it. And
Rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah, R.I.P. And the guitarist from Toxic was like his buddy. So my buddy was like, oh, I'm going to pick up like a CD and a poster from this band Toxic, like a local Jersey thrashy like metal band. And he was like, and he has copies of The Beyond if you want one. I was like, yes, I do. And it was like the nicest version. It was like I think that was the first. It's not 7 Doors of Death like cut
it was
to
like an
shit.
Anchor Bay.
The neutered version, yeah.
Yeah. And I was watching that, and I remember downloading a torrent of The Burning Moon and like going all over the place and just kind of figuring out what worked. And even then, like I think in horror, there's always something that you haven't touched. There's always like the Pete Walker thing that I was so late to the party on. And I was like, wow, this is fantastic. I can't wait to tell people about it. And I think one of the big things, you know, I didn't get to read Gore Zone. I didn't get to read Fangoria or anything like that because my parents were very strict about that kind of stuff until later in life when I was like, you don't have a choice. And I, during that period of time when like I would go to FYE and just buy all the DVDs, or the weird pervert at like Circuit City who I thank every day, who probably would have been best friends with me now, who is stocking all the Blue Underground stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how I got to see Burial Ground before Peter Bark was a big deal. That's how I got to see Hell of the Living Dead and watch the one featurette of Bruno Mattei going, I hate all of my movies. I would remake all of them.
God damn, yeah. Thank you, Bill Lustig.
But I think that one of the things about that is it really fostered in me a mindset of like, I want to introduce people to it. Like maybe a little bit of a gatekeeping, huh?
Yeah.
But not.
It's hard.
But
you actually have to fight that feeling.
There's so much. Right. But I agree with you that like the shittiest thing I think that can happen is you can go to like a boutique place that sells like metal records or horror movies and they're acting holier than thou.
Oh, like fucking High Fidelity back in the day.
Yeah.
And I
We've
think
all done it.
that
We've all been through that.
the best thing you can do to loop back around is the Quentin Tarantino thing, which is he's so, whatever you may think about, you know, how much he throws the N-word around, he is a dude who is so enthusiastic about sharing the things he loves with you, and that comes through. He you know, you watch an interview with him and he'll like name drop 18 movies, and I think he genuinely wants people to watch them to have the feeling that he had. And that's what I want when I'm writing for Rue Morgue. That's what I want when I write my like independent Dr. Benny cinema thing. I want people to have the elation of like reading early Clive Barker stuff that I think really, really hits perfectly. Like he's so incredible that when we did the book club, we were reading so much Stephen King that can get so, as much as I love him dearly, you know, Salem's Lot and Night Shift, he can get so ponderous, and then you can see how like Clive Barker showed up and like kicked him in the dick so hard with this merger of like eroticism and art, and it's like poetry. It's so good.
Plus, he was a beaten down gay man who fucking understood.
He was gay?
The underdog from all fucking angles.
Oh, now Rawhead Rex makes sense.
He's a giant penis.
But and I that's what I want. That's what I think. I think people have to be champions of this kind of stuff, and I think that there is room to be like, no, that's shitty. But I think there's also room in that same breath to be like, but if you like that, I think you should check this out.
Yeah.
And if someone loves it, they do. And if they don't, whatever. And you get to be a grandpa about it.
Yeah.
And that's fun too.
Yeah.
Somebody at my work one time had come up to me and they were like, have you ever watched Suspiria? And I was like, have I? And they're like, you like horror movies? And I was like, oh, God. And so, like,
here we go.
Then they started just like, hey.
Fucking Grant's at the Lumberyard over here.
Recommend some stuff for me to watch. And I just threw out, like, Demons. And then I think I told him, like, as like a joke, I was like, Cannibal Holocaust. And he was like, and then he ended up watching all of them. He was like,
you're going to find out a lot about me.
Why did you have me watch Cannibal Holocaust? He's like, I was like, yeah, sometimes I just throw it on and watch it. Like, just kind of casual. And he's like, oh man, I can't do it. He's like, Demons though, that movie was great.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And like our local Princeton, which by the way, I rent for very affordable there. I don't want anybody to be convinced otherwise. Way below what I should be paying. And our local theater will have like, genre nights. And I felt so good. They showed Escape from New York, which again, I'm watching it for like the 100th time. Always a pleasure. And I'm sitting there and every time, like, seeing it was probably the 4K release. And I was like, God, the models of New York are so good in this. And
James Cameron. And
the crowd. So when we saw Suspiria, the crowd laughed at stuff that I was like, no, this is serious. And I agree. Like, I was a shitty crowd. I was just like, okay, you don't understand this is a product of its time. Like, I still think that the chick falling in the barbed wire is real fucked up.
Yeah.
And in the dance studio, we have the barbed wire room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that same thing. I screened that movie here, and there was a guy he said, well, that's how you don't make a movie.
Oh, my God.
And I walked away and took a big shit in the bathroom because I couldn't hold it in anymore.
Well, what you did is
my anger went down, flames on the side of my face.
You invited him to your house, and he took a step and then fell into a pile of boiling spaghetti.
This is
and
when
then you were like, die!
This was our weekly screenings that we do, and it was a packed house. And this I was like, hey, what do you think? Fuck.
I'm pretty sure. After
and I was like,
and that's a hard edit.
Oh no, he does. We talk about it and laugh about it. And I slap on his face.
Sure.
Like, God damn it. I remember him saying that. I'm
pretty sure I was there that night, and then after it was like the credits start rolling, and literally people started clapping, like a room full of people.
But that one guy that I had to go talk to, I was thinking of the movie, and he's just like, "That's how you don't make a movie, man. The music's just so fucking loud, and it's just what's up with all these colors?" I was like, "You're never gonna be one of us."
That's the joke.
It's like you're describing all the things that I love about the movie.
If the reason why you're watching it is if you're like, I'm here for the tree, I'm here for the turtle dying, then like, and they're unfortunately in the horror community, there will always be a guy who's like, no, I don't like Cowboys from Hell because of the groove. I like it because Phil Anselmo's a Nazi.
Right.
There will always be someone like that, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
And because you are dipping your toes into, and I guess that's another tightrope you got to walk, is that when you're part of the alt community, you are part of an othered community, and so you have to be prepared for some level of scrutiny. Like, if I dress like this and I walk around downtown Louisville, I'm sure there are going to be some people who aren't in love with my coochie cutters. And that's fine, but that's the price I pay to dress the way I want and like the things I like. And I think that now we're kind of at a better balance of that kind of stuff. It's more acceptable, but that also means that there are assholes among us who are more accepted for that.
Because when the masses latch on to something that we hold sacred, they may not get it yet. And I don't want to drive people away. I want to teach them. I want to educate them. We have a friend who is a drag queen, a trans person, and she shows movies at a college, and then she'll have a discussion before the movie, whatever the movie is, and then a discussion afterwards. Just like I would have with my fucking kids when they were growing up. I was like, we're going to watch Jaws. We're going to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm going to scoot this sofa all the way up to the television so you could freak the fuck out. But your dad's going to be there and we're going to talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But if we're doing that at a movie screening and some dude's going to be like, fuck man, where's the rape scene? I don't want you back.
I'd be like, go home and watch Fast and the Furious 10. And then
you're not one of us.
Whatever.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like I'm a white dude, so I got like the Game Genie for life. There are some movies where I think that like I'm a huge fan of the David Fincher Girl with the Dragon Tattoo movie.
Oh yeah,
and that movie has a unpleasant rape scene,
as it should be, and it's presented that way.
And it is presented that way, and then the revenge is so sweet.
Yeah, we're talking about a whole subgenre that is very troubling, but if you're into that subgenre for the wrong reasons, you can get fucked. But if you understand the art of it and what they're trying to do, that's a whole nother level.
Right. And that's the whole thing about Last House on the Left. You can like Last House on the Left for a lot of the wrong reasons. You can like I Spit on Your Grave for a lot of the wrong reasons. Hell, you can be a total dumbass and not understand that Frankenhooker is a satire, which thankfully a lot of people understand that now.
Yeah. Well, fuck, man.
Ace, do you have any other talking.
VHS Fest movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some of the VHS Fest.
We could
is
do our
in
annual episode
2
of
weeks.
Ace Goes to the Theater.
Yeah. Ace goes to Mahoning Drive-In
Yeah.
again. I was just going to talk a little bit about that because basically it's a couple weeks from now and probably will be like by the time this comes out.
It'll come out almost that weekend. Yeah.
So VHS Fest 9 featuring Frank Henenlotter.
Goddamn.
Is this year, which day one is Basket Case, Twisted Issues, which I've never seen, and
It's a Polonia Brothers, I think, movie.
yeah, and Flesh Eating Mothers. And day 2 is Brain Damage, Psychos in Love, which is I own Psychos in Love. Don't remember a whole lot about it, so it'd be interesting to see that again.
Are they doing the 4-day or are you doing the 3 days?
3 days.
Okay.
And then Flesh Eaters from Outer Space is the third movie on the second
It's
day.
a fun little regional zombie flick.
Yeah, I haven't
it's not
seen
great, but it's fun.
And then day 3, Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, which would
Hell
be
yeah.
pretty cool.
It's a good way to end it.
I'm looking forward to that. And then usually my big thing about VHS Fest is they always show at least 2 or 3 things that I absolutely have no idea what they're about or I've never even heard of it. So it's interesting to show up and kind of just be like, wow, that was a movie. Like,
It's a party. It's a party for nerds to have a good time and
I love
relax,
it.
whether you're watching the movie or not.
I would love to have you guys.
You're sharing
come
the same
for
brain.
it. To be honest, it is like my Maryland Death Fest. Okay, very much so. I'm coherent for some of it, but also like it's like when I was in Buffalo, New York, doing a screening. There's a place called Black Dots there. That's a record store and bar, and that's the most dangerous thing you could do because they have VHS and records, but there's also a bar right there.
Yeah.
And when you drink and you're at home, you buy stuff online that you shouldn't. And then when you're at VHS Fest and you're near all this dead media, that's like like literally walking distance away, and you're drinking all the Guy Fieri cocktails that you bought, and maybe consuming some other substances that are legal in New Jersey. Then yeah, you run over there and you buy some very bad shot on video movies for a lot of money.
You're like, oh, I was the video dead for $500 on VHS.
You can have my copy. It's so bad. Yeah.
Honey, I just put out a mortgage on our home because I got the Death Dream clamshell.
Fuck. Yeah, but is it the one that he put out that's fake? Oh,
Yeah.
forgot about that.
No, the man who made the Puppet Master movies would not lie to me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so much fun, and I encourage everybody to go. And the Mahoning Drive-In has become like, for a while it was maybe going to go under. They
When
were
he
going to
passed
buy
away,
it,
right? Yeah.
Well, recently the projectionist did pass, but there was also a period when I guess they were going to buy the land and turn it into a wind farm or something.
Yeah.
And the community as a whole was essentially like, no, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, even Joe Bob made a whole thing about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they play stuff on 35, and I've seen like classic stuff there, like Exorcist 3, and love that stuff that I love, Halloween 3 and Hellraiser 2. And then I've seen some things like Nightmare Sisters there.
Hey, fuck you guys. No, we had that on our episode last year. Yeah. David
Yeah.
Dakota fucking rules. I'm
It
sorry.
was- the VHS watching that on the big screen. People were like, "Is this movie black and white?"
Oh,
Because it was so fucking
desaturated.
Yeah.
And by the way, I also love that movie
I fucking
because
love
I
it.
was like, it's a boner comedy.
Everybody was like, "When are they going to get out of the bathtub?" And I was like,
I love it, man. Put some glasses, some dentures on some hot chicks, and it's going to be great.
Oh, I was like, you're doing it, Peter.
Yeah, man. VHS Fest. We were going to try to make it this year, but I think Katie was like, shut the fuck up and go. And by that time, it was already too late because your car was packed.
"Yeah, we got 7. There's 7 people fit in the house, and that's how many people are in there."
Well, if you can make
Which
it
means
down
we'll be
there,
in
I mean, look, at least 1 year, come on a Saturday, stay at a hotel because you're going to want to, and make sure you have a DD or something like that. But it's such a fun experience, and I've met so many great people through it. I met so many people from the Sale of Satan listeners.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's like a big festival, and you just have all your buddies hanging out together, just bullshitting all day, and then you buy some crap, some stuff you planned on buying, some stuff you didn't.
Burger in a bag. Is that what it's called?
Burger in a bag.
Pierogies in a tray, and burger in a bag.
Oh, no.
God, I love
A
pierogies.
perfectly fried corn dog with mustard.
Yes. Everything Steve
I
hates and I
fucking hate
love.
corn dogs. I hate pierogies.
Dude.
You guys have a good time.
Are you like the pariah of Louisville for hating corn dogs?
Yes, everyone loves corn dogs. They put them inside themselves, and I don't give a shit. I still won't eat it.
Dude, whenever we left, like every year I'll leave and I'll be like, I just need to eat like a vegetable.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what you said last year.
All I eat is fried
there's
food.
a ritual we have that there's a really decent bagel place there called the Perch, and so the next
Purge
day,
or the Perch?
the Perch.
Okay.
Once a day, every year, the people who run the bagel place get to kill whoever they want in town because they make bagels that are really good.
Oh, shit.
And then every Saturday,
Yeah.
we go there all hungover and we just sit in silence and eat until we like have conversation. But for a while, everyone just sits in silence and looks at the burgers and thinks about the decisions they made.
Yeah. Oh my God. We're still alive. Yeah, no, it's just okay.
Yeah. It's 90 degrees out on that side patio. And
Oh my, yeah, it's like the Ghostbusters eating Chinese food silently.
Oh my God. I love that shit.
trying to eat pork roll and it's so hot outside.
Yeah, I think next year we're gonna try.
We're
to
gonna
make
try.
It a
We're gonna have to get
priority.
somebody because I never miss a Gore Club. I've quit bands. I don't get with girlfriends. I don't over Gore Club. It doesn't matter. Sundays every Gore Club. So I thought about coming this year and going early and then coming back on like driving on Sunday morning.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see next year.
In a perfect world, Yasmina and I have talked about it, we would love to program them. I would show Brain Scan.
Oh God,
Straight
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
God damn. Inappropriate. Edward Furlong looking at his neighbor. Don't do that.
No, but she's looking at him too, so it's fine.
Oh, I know. It's like
She's
she
into
wants
it.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like that girl from that music video. I do.
Oh God. Fuck yeah, man! Do that and the what's the not Days Confused? It's the other fucking badass '90s '80s movie that came out. Oh my God, where they talk about BOC and
Oh.
Stoned Age.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude,
She
I
looks like the
love
girl
that
off the Virgin
I was
Killers
like,
album, dude.
Yeah.
badass dark movie. You're talking about River's Edge. No, Stoned Age.
Stoned Age.
No,
Age.
Encino Man.
I love showing movies like that with horror films of the same kind of like taste.
Yeah.
But we don't have to go on that. Fuck that. I feel like,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like we're at Hot Ones now. Like, hey, man, well, I know this camera. Tell people what you got going on in your life. I mean, what's up next? What's going on?
Well, I mean, please check out the Analog Abattoir. I try to put out stuff on a every 2 weeks basis whenever I can. The editors work very hard at Rue Morgue to get stuff out, and I get myself an issue whenever I can.
Yeah, you do the you guys
The
debate.
verses,
Yeah.
I think they did one on Canadian. Well, this one was the Clive Barker issue.
Yours was
so
Dr. Decker from
I
Nightbreed.
love Nightbreed. That's a movie I had to revisit as an
He did
adult.
Candyman.
And Cabal. So like the
Yeah.
book is incredible.
Yeah.
And the
But-
new issue is out. This is the brand new
Yes, that's
issue.
right. That's the one I think where we talk about Canadian horror, and my candidate was My Bloody Valentine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
No pin for you.
Yeah, his was Rock and Roll Nightmare. Oh my God, that's fucking amazing. We had Frank Dietz in the studio last year?
He's such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing the Black Roses documentary that we're in.
Yeah.
What?
They're doing
We did a
an
little-
official documentary.
Blood City.
Yeah, baby.
I'm just on there.
They just finished filming it. He just came back from Toronto just now, like
I
last week.
love that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So these two dorks are going to be in it in this
We're the
documentary.
documentary.
You guys are heroes.
No,
It's just be like, it's so great.
we just suck dicks
I
of
know
movies,
that the
man.
firemen
Titties.
at 9/11 did a lot, but hear me out.
I don't throw the word hero around too much.
Oh my God. He will. Anyways, man, thank you for coming on. This is fucking great, man.
Of course.
I
It
was
was
super
great
jazzed when
talking
he
to
said
you
you were
guys.
coming in town, and I was like, well, fuck, we got to get him in the studio. He was like, I don't think you'll be able to. I was like, I will fucking kill you. Him, not you. Ace. And he was like, we don't make this happen. So here we are.
I mean, it's great talking to you guys. I love the Gore Club. I love your guys' passion for this like schlock, and I think
Yeah.
that's it. That's
We're trash. That's what
the
we are.
thesis is we're little degenerates who love our trash.
Yeah, man. And we have a good time. I mean, this is what we do. And this is like, I always say this all the time. Like, we're all in this together. We all share the same brain. Nerds are nerds, man. And if you're not a part of the pack, then you're probably a Nazi.
That's very true.
I'm just saying, man. Thank you so much, though.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Fuck yeah, Ace. You have a last minute thought or anything? You didn't write shit.
I didn't write one for this one.
Katie, you have a question?
No.
I thought you were going to be Dave tonight. Then I'll end this. If you could be one candy flavor from Halloween, what would it be?
I would want to be
Or candy?
I would want to be a Take 5 bar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking
Ace,
love
Just
Take
one
5.
of everything.
the economy size or the big boy?
Oh no, I'm a big boy.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Reese cup. Because it's the perfect candy.
Iconic.
It's iconic. It's perfect. It's the mixture of two different things
Eat the
that
peanut
everybody
butter
loves.
first.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
Oh my God. Katie? If you say good and plenty, I'll kill you.
Oh God, no! You know I hate licorice.
Well, then
It's like
one.
choosing a child.
Like black jelly beans.
No, I think Skittles.
Skittles. Okay, good
love
one. Good one.
Skittles.
I'm that shitty
They're good.
peanut butter thing, the orange wrapper. I'm
You're a
crap.
Charleston chew?
No.
Oh, a peanut chew.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So you're there is a
I
sect.
like the candy at Christmas that all gets clumped together and fucking you have to beat it to
The
get
ribbon
it apart.
candy?
I like that.
There's
shit.
a subculture that I like of my horror movie loving friends who are horror Grammys and Grampies, and they love like Jesse loves dots.
We grew
I
up on.
almost said dots.
They get stuck in your teeth and you hate it, but you'll eat them again.
Like that's why everyone has dentures of our parents' age because that's all the candy.
Yeah. That's like my sister would only buy hot tamales, and I was like, these are the worst things ever made.
And now she likes Fireball.
Mike and Ike's, God damn.
Yeah, man. This is classic candies, and that's what I do. I love that. You love candy corn. Shut the fuck up.
I do like
Oh,
candy
yeah.
corn.
I love almost all candy. Oh, candy corn and peanuts.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have to buy her like fucking.
You ever put them in a Coke?
No.
So it was an old school thing in baseball. They would put peanuts in the Coke. It was if you were really poor, that was your meal because you got your sugar and you got your protein.
on your car? Yeah.
And
I
you
heard
go
that's
to
how
a
that kid
baseball
Mikey
game.
died.
He's still alive. God
So
damn
you're
it.
drinking and there's a little snack in there too.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But you add the candy corn? Mm-hmm. Wow.
All right, go fuck all this. We're out of here. Thank you so much. You can find us everywhere. We're in 47 countries now, and Anchor is gone, but I wish they weren't. Fuck you, Spotify. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.
I hope I didn't yammer too much.
Gore Club Podcast. This is the Gore Club Podcast with Steve Vessell, Ace, and Deathmetal Dave.